See,
Where's King Steven?
I got the piss yellow beard.
Steven, I gotta say, you're a good thorn in the community.
I'm not a thorn. I'm not in the community.
It's 2025, Steven. It's okay to be gay.
You're in the fucking community.
No, you are too. You're
We're
good.
all degenerate.
Steven.
We
all are. We don't have to.
I still do in here. I still do in the community.
You jerk off the dog. I don't want to talk to you. What are you
It's
talking
2025, Steven. It's okay to be gay.
Okay, so you don't want to talk to her because you'll do all the dog jerking off in your situation. You don't need to down.
That's not even a fall flat joke. That just sucks.
Yeah, I know. He has
Well,
to go to the doctor.
I thought you'd say I'm stealing your
At some
style.
point, you guys are
TJ,
funny
if
to talk
you
about.
step on my fucking feet while I'm defending my fucking show, when you're the reason Steven's so adamant about talking about dog jerking and big butts, and he cannot lie.
She started it.
She said a mean thing first.
I'm just saying, welcome to the
dog
Well,
alone.
we're about halfway through the Jack Talcott's a Loser special. It looks like we've got a little static on the field between King Steven and Don't Judge Me. Tom's trying to move along to the Kundalini Spirit section. Let's see how they're going to play it out. Let's go back to the field.
That was her.
That's time to help the actual, that's about how the
Can you post the meme that I've had backstage for the last
Old
3 hours?
Joe's up here, King Steven.
God, that dude is the king of insufferability. And you know what? Just for good measure, you can go back there too, ho. Go talk to him about jerking off dogs. I'll have EBT and the Bubs Puppet up here. And it was a happy accident that Bubs Puppet and the Freak are so similar. And Paul would be back and forth. Look at him. Let's make sure we get one. What? Oh, it writes itself. I love my happy accent.
So I don't know Paul. Why do you hate Paul? I thought you guys worked together.
Oh, there's not enough time today, sir. It's my origin story out here. Some of the ex-unslaved or still mourning unslaved in the chat are kind of chuckling with me at Han Banana's innocent question. It's like asking.
I just jumped up here in response to King Steven's challenge.
Oh, you want King Steven? You want King Steven? I can facilitate.
Yeah, let's do this.
Do you need a ref?
Oh, you could. He said I should defend myself. So
I'm actually representing King Steven. So if you want to talk to my client, you're gonna have to.
I don't think Steven's gonna wait. He ran.
Well, that's the actual EBT. I thought this was your screen.
No. And you guys know I've developed my credibility as soon as you started talking that shit and Ham Banana started in on the. I'm not saying it's because of Ham Banana. Steven skated.
I'm a YouTube lawyer, you guys. Like Lauren De Laguna, all right?
But old Joe, you might. I don't know what your stance is on the spirit realm. You might want to hear out this original speculation where I believe Jack to be in the Kundalini spirit possession. TJ, I'm just shut the fuck up.
Can I say one thing?
No.
There it was.
Can you share Steven's picture that he put backstage?
It leaves when he left. It left with him.
No, he left because you wouldn't fucking show it. He got mad.
No, I was trying to organize the thing, and you're right. I didn't show it because even a broken Jack is right twice a show, and Steven is a little liberal with his
Hey, Kate.
What's
Racism.
my word?
Racism.
No, nigger, faggot, kike, whatever. I'm saying he kind of co-hosts everywhere, and I think I went through that phase. But we are already on an objective, and he's still resorting to fart sound, gotcha words, and it's that's first half hour stuff, bro. Fucking amateur hour over here. He's in this community. He knows better.
Well, I think it's pretty chicken to call a guy out and then dip when he shows up. But anyways, I got some stuff to do. Hey, thanks for having me up again, Tommy.
Hey, do you got 2 minutes to hear this guy?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. because I'm gonna go further deep dive in this because I think it's going somewhere.
Out here and there. But you don't need any kind of spiritual bullshit to it. You might need like physical therapy. But this guy can say it better than I can. We're about to disconnect again.
LARP Church
I'm
is
actually
comprised of a lot of people who can
Pretty
say it better than me.
impressed with this new internet I'm trying. I think it's gonna go okay with the roofless.
I'll big screen it, guys. Don't worry.
Because right now, while I'm still roofed, I'm just always in this same spot of where I'm getting the internet connection, but I can go out and find stronger connections. But it's like anywhere Xfinity has
Come on, Tom. Where is it?
connection, you can get it for still $10 a
Oh, I
month.
gotta
It's
jump the
pretty
tab.
impressed how the Kundalini can do yoga and the laying on hands in those classes. It can be passed.
Won't let me.
This guy's in
by
Texas. I
them.
might go meet him one day.
I'm still testing the spirits out here, like Provo, TJ, this guy, but so far I haven't heard anything out of this dude that I'm like, no, can't agree with that. But he says it really well how this Kundalini thing can get people like Jack Talcott caught the fuck up.
Kundalini spirit traits operating through Christians. There are many American Holy Spirit-filled charismatic churches who have people attending them who are unknowingly operating under the Kundalini spirit. The Kundalini spirit gains legal rights to come upon a person when they do yoga, occultic mysticism, or attend churches or New Age practices where people under the influence of it place their hands on them, which allows them to transfer their Kundalini spirit into them. It especially appeals to those who have a strong sense of pride to appear more godly, holy, or gifted than others. Those who have a prophetic gifting, who call themselves a prophet, or flow in the prophetic, or want to believe that they can deliver people from demons better than others, but instead have so many demons in themselves as they operate in a demonic divination, and they can't deliver anyone. They end up giving people more demons and confusion and operate in witchcraft. They love power and high positions of authority and want their pastor's endorsements and praise. Some also practice astral projection to learn private information about people, but they'll call it Holy Spirit showed me this about you. So the Kundalini is a spiritual serpent that attaches to the base of your spine and then begins to work its way up your back to your neck and the base of your skull, manifesting in your head, causing you to jerk back and forth rapidly, having tremors in your body, shaking, rapid forced breathing, tingling in your arms and legs, and it feeds your strong religious pride, telling you that you are more in tune with God than others. But you try to appear humble, yet you have a false humility. These spirits have entered many charismatic churches in North America. Kundalini spirit offers people's visions, enhances their prophetic gifts, gives them dreams and false feelings of peace. It looks very similar to the Holy Spirit, so it's very hard to discern. And if someone questions them having a demonic spirit, they will take offense as their pride refuses to believe that they could possibly be affected by the demonic. It causes other people who don't have the spirit to feel condemned if they don't have similar behaviors to the person with Kundalini because they somehow aren't as spiritual. The Kundalini spirit does not lead people to Christ. It is New Age Eastern mysticism. Some of the more common signs and symptoms of an awakened Kundalini spirit include involuntary jerks. Your head shakes back and forth rapidly, demonically. Tremors, shaking, itching, tingling, and crawling sensations, especially in your arms or legs. Energy rushes or feelings of electricity circulating in the body. Intense heat, sweating, or cold, especially as energy is experienced.
This sounds like microwaving from 5G towers. Wow. These are all symptoms.
Experienced passing through the chakras. Spontaneous pranayama, which is rapid breathing or hyperventilation. Asanas, positions, mudras, hand movements, and bandhas, stiffening of the muscles. visions or sounds at times associated with a particular chakra, mystic visions and prophecy, diminished sexual desire or a state of constant orgasm,
Fucking
emotional
everything, dude.
purging in which particular emotions become dominant, uncontrollable for short periods of time, depression, pressure inside your skull and headaches, bliss, feelings of infinite love, and universal connectedness, transcendent awareness, causes
like
people
anything?
to operate in the flesh more
Fucking
than
breathing.
the godliness of the Holy Spirit. And oftentimes people that operate in these Kundalini spirits will only be able to attend a church for a short period of time before they must move on, because people are starting to discover some of their ungodly behavior. So what does the Bible say? 1 John 4:1 says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world." So we must be very watchful servants, protecting those in the church. So how do you get
Okay. Hi, Kate. I gave you your rent. I can't give you. Wait, did I give you a wrench? Yeah, I gave you a wrench back, and I looked at LCJC's video, and it's 5 hours long, 5:40. So unless I know of a timestamp, I'm not spending 5 hours listening to something I already listened to somewhat last night. If I know of a point in the video to start it at, that would be great. I don't know if you know, but you know, I just don't have the time to figure that out. Jack is a false prophet, I know. Well, what happened last night and what's going on the panel tonight from when I turned it on, I'm just like, what? Yeah. So it's almost like I don't even care about, I mean, it don't even make any sense about what went on over there last night, because look it's just, I don't know. But yeah, if you know where a spot to start the video, I can do that. And I'll put on the other. And, you know, Snow's up in the chat right now over there. Yeah, this, what? So let me, sorry, go back to this.
delivered from it? When people in the church operate in the Kundalini spirit, they should be led through deliverance by having them simply repent for pursuing a prideful state, trying to position themselves to appear to be more in tune with God than others, when in reality, they partnered with the demonic spirit of Kundalini. They can also operate in the spirits of Jezebel and Leviathan. And in fact, recently, I've taken a couple people through deliverance, and they...
Mr. Kundalini, Mr. Bob Kundalini, Mr. Kundalini, Mr. Bob Kundalini. Oh, I gotta fix the thing. All right, Joe, you're dismissed.
I like some of that stuff. But like,
Well,
if
Jack's
you do got
always referencing his bliss feelings, and he's always talking with his hands.
Let's say if you do have like a Kundalini spirit or something, is that a demon, or is it a Kundalini demon, or so like if you say something like Jesus Christ, God, Holy Spirit,
it's an energy,
cleanse my body, my soul, all demons, you know, something like that,
up your body,
and you know, like, does that get rid of it, or is it just stay?
I guess if you call Joel Osteen's hotline and offer $35 plus donation, maybe. No,
so it just
the ways
there?
of. No, well, yeah. If you don't do something about it, it'll stay with you.
Well, I thought if you asked Jesus Christ and God in them just to get rid of it, it would just go away, honestly. Because it works for me when I'm having a nightmare and everything, honestly.
You're lying.
If you have
I just
something
think that it works.
This is how you do it, Ham Banana. You always ask questions, just keep talking. If you were alone in the situation, you're probably not going to realize that you have it. But if people were pointing it out, you trust them, you understand it or see it. There's ways to get. And actually, that guy writes books and does a lot of talks.
These are a bunch of clowns, okay? I actually have studied this, and it happened to me. And they're a bunch of fucking clowns. I have charts on it and everything, but they're packed up. No, this is when all your chakras align and the Kundalini spirit, the energy of all your chakras, you're in one, everything's aligned and you're enlightened. And it travels up your spine. And it happened to me when I used to meditate about 7 years ago when I first started my YouTube channel. And you'll feel it go up your spine and go up. They're making a mockery out of something and they're turning it all crazy. And it's just crazy. These are true cray-crays that don't even go to church, and then act all crazy about God and stuff, and then talk like they do. Like, I can't even, I don't know what to say. Clowns in action.
On how to dispel demons. Get them
Why
out
is
of you.
yoga bad?
Because it's spiritual. Like stretching is not bad. Limbering up is not bad.
No.
The spirituality of Hindu Eastern mysticism
So is
not
meditating
Christianity.
bad? I mean, like,
Huh?
I feel like meditation and yoga kind of go hand in hand.
Depends on what context you're using the word meditation. You can meditate on the Holy Spirit and the
Let's
Word
say
of
the
God.
CIA tapes, meditation style.
Sitting
listen
next to
to,
Jack in a fake quarry of fountains and gravel and pulling one ankle up over the calf as you sit and put your both hands in Kundalini fingers and say Om and think you're going to levitate. That's not the type of meditation.
when you do the Om thing, it's supposed to actually be like releasing the demons.
Oh, you're
or whatever.
decalcifying your pineal glands. You vibrated at
or
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're supposed to be like,
I'm not trying to play a fucking game.
Stop.
That's what the CIA thinks. Or thought.
Well, that
20
doesn't
years
mean
ago.
they're right.
They thought it,
Hey,
they
I
thought it
agree.
a long time
I
ago.
agree. Garbage panel. I agree that we as America had psychics that learned to do the Philadelphia experiment the same way Hitler had psychics to learn how to do the Antarctica levitation vehicle thing. But just because you have psychics doesn't mean you're contacting a solemn, humble entity. Most entities are going to be nefarious.
In the Bible, there's like magicians and stuff, right? So
Yeah, but if you
magic
listen
does
to-
exist. Magic does.
That
right?
does. It does
If you
exist. That's
listen-
why God tells
But,
you not
but
to
it's
fuck
bad.
with the stuff.
Yeah, he tells you not to do it though. 'Cause he's like, if you do that, that's fucked up, man. That's not what I
Do you
want
know
for you
why
guys.
it's bad?
No,
Do you know
but
why
I
it's
know
bad?
he. I just know he
Because
said not to
you're
do it.
looking to power oneself instead of relying on God. He wants you to rely on him.
Jack
I
is
can't-
into
I
that
can't sell my
self
soul.
massage feeling great.
That's
spirit.
what I'm saying. As much as he talks about stretches, massage, yoga, it all started coming together. It all started making sense.
Right?
Okay, so now we're going to go over to LCJCs because, to be honest with you, they're making a mockery out of that. Okay, hold on. I got to find the right tab. Something's changed about StreamYard, and I can't see anything. Barely. I think that's it. Is that it? No. Hold on. Like I said. I don't know. Hold on. Well, we'll just go to this video. Is this one? No? I can't see my tabs. It won't show me. I don't even know. Okay. I don't know why I'm not subscribed. That's not where I'm trying to go. Boom. I already had it open.
And the optics are, Jack, it's not okay to ask strangers to connect to a family that wants to.
What?
And I love my God, and I love our nation, and I love our people.
Okay, this is the problem.
Criminals in the big tech world.
He can't give.
And we're, again, Jack tells.
My memories of that time are a little bit different. Jack was a part of contacting Rick Clark. He's got
I wanted to be a bigger person.
With them, and we've
hard Jacktails. But the thing is,
Snafu, this might be an opportunity for her to be cared for, though.
Okay.
For that,
yeah.
That's true.
Hold on a minute.
That's absolutely
Ever.
spring of 2000.
Hold on.
Yet,
And then he kicked me off. I never got a chance to talk.
Okay, here we go.
And I was following Father, and they all cut me off. So I get that. And that's happening to a lot of people that follow God. Their families are cutting them off. They're calling them Jesus freaks. She's, she's going crazy. She's following God because they don't hear his voice. Now, my question to you regarding that, I get that, if that in fact is true, and there's no reason why you're lying about that. But my question to you, Jack, is it's very hard for me to believe that you're following that path because of the things that you say on your channel. One of the things I talked about before, but other things, some of the topics you guys talk about. See, when like, I'm not holier than thou, okay? I do go after Marfugel, and I have cussed at him a few times. I've called him a son of a bitch, and I called Dex a bastard, but I expose them in the clearest way I can, with my videos. But I don't do other shows talking, and my guests that come up here, Kitty and other people, they respect that I cuss too, but I don't prefer it. The F word coming out of a woman's mouth to me doesn't sound so good. So and a lot of people use that language, and I get that. So if they do, they do. But they also know that I don't prefer it, so they try to minimalize it on my channel. Even Snaps is very respectful when he comes to my channel. He still does it, but he tries not to. So I don't talk about subjects that respectful. I don't know I don't know. There's some subjects you have on your channel, and I'm like, and I hear about these subjects through Snaps because, like I told you, I'm not a liar. I don't watch your channel. So Snaps tells me stuff, say they were talking about this today, but he claims God. And I'm like, why would you talk about that? You have those memes made of you where, you're holding your hand out like Jesus. And, why would you do those things and profess the Father? Because when there's certain things you just don't do.
well, maybe you wouldn't, but this is what God has me doing. Okay? I didn't create the images. The images were created by others. I shared them. And what I am having a little bit of fun with, if in an obvious but subtle way, is there is something unique with me. I've set the goal. I pray daily to the Father. Father, please allow the light of your Son to be with me. Allow your light to shine through me. Allow others to please see me. I'm following the way of Christ. My purpose here on earth is to end wars so that we can try and maybe bring the kingdom to the world, which is what I believe our Father wants. And I don't know what God's doing, but I know I'm not lying to anyone. And I know I haven't hurt anyone. And I don't know how to get anyone to join me.
Well, so you didn't have those memes created of you. Somebody made them.
Somebody made them. And I wasn't on my request. But since they were there, I thought it was fun, and it's triggered people.
Yeah.
But the point is, Christ is here and with us. And when we see the Christ in others, we can see it in ourselves. When we see it in ourselves, we see it in others.
Do you hear how he gets this acting? He gets in his character. He starts using the emotional voice, and it's so fake. I'm just saying.
Teachings of Christ are true, but the religions have taught so many people to be afraid and angry.
Well, I get that Christ is in all of us, but I just think that those memes are I mean, I get other people. I've played them, Snaps has played them. I get that, but when you play them, it's we do it to expose you, obviously. But when you put them up, it's blasphemous.
Why? What do you think you're exposing besides your opinions?
To show that you're not following the Father, because to me,
No,
that's blasphemous.
right. You're showing that your opinion has convicted me of not following the Father, but you did not ask me questions about it. This might be the first time that you heard me explain it. What's that?
But isn't it a graven image? Aren't you like putting yourself in a
No.
prophet's light?
No.
Yeah, you are.
Well, tell you what difference does it make? Okay, so if you found a flaw and I'm imperfect, okay? So please forgive me. I've received your reflection, okay? But please do not condemn me. So now what?
No one's condemned you. Only the Father can do that.
No, that's not true. Many. Have you not heard Snafu? Many people have condemned me, and you accused me of blasphemy, and here I am standing against this. I accept. You are right. I am wrong.
All I said was the photo to me was blasphemous. But I don't go on your channel and scream and yell at you. I went on your channel once. You kicked me off. I never tried to go back. Snaps is his own different person. He goes on everybody's channel and speaks his truth and yells at everybody. That's something you have to deal with him. But as far as me, I just was asking you one question and you kicked me off. I never got a chance to talk to you.
I'm sorry. I admit you were guilty by association, because you're right. You hadn't been there before, but I knew you were associated with him. My assumption was you were coming in like that other lady that's real mystic or whatever her name is.
Oh, Mad Mystic? That's
what I was anticipating and prepared for, if I'm remembering right. But that day was chaotic if I remember too.
I'm nothing like them, and you'll find that, that Snaps has his way of talking with people, and I have mine, and mine is not to attack and cuss and yell and call you names, ask questions, and anybody that knows me, they know that I'm not that way, that I'm fair, and that's why Snaps calls me hug a buddy, F a buddy, is because I talk to people, and I get more of what he calls a backbone and yell at people and scream at them, where I don't feel that I would get my words across if I do that. I feel that speaking is better. So sometimes he gets a little upset with me because he wishes that I would be a little bit more forceful, but I'm different. The way that I am, I was raised a lot different, and having my own company and everything, you learn to talk to people, and cussing and yelling to me is not my preferred method of speaking with people. So I'm nothing like him or Mystic, or me and Snaps are like the yin and yang. He's one way and I'm completely the opposite, but somehow together it works.
It's amazing how life works.
Yeah. Wild Country has a question for you. He says, Jack, do you feel like you may need to change anything inside of you, or maybe feel like you need to change some of the people that you interact with on here?
I definitely need to change the people I interact with on here. And I continue to change inside of me. But 2018, the year I found God, I transformed my inner state of being. I went from, just before that, living in hell, to discovering truly God's kingdom. I've been in the kingdom of God since December 30th, 2018. And I've been alone since, much longer.
So when you're on your channel and you're doing your shows and stuff, do you feel that there's maybe topics that you shouldn't have on your channel? So let me ask you this. On your channel, I get that you're trying to bring peace and all that, but then when you talk like that, you talk about the Father, but then you have these other topics, they kind of don't mesh.
Okay, well, Elsie, you said something that was a red flag, because you, as I heard you say, you don't watch, but you heard the topics described by Snafu. Right. I found Snafu not to be a real credible witness. He kind of exaggerates, especially when it comes to people he doesn't like me. So what topics am I discussing in your mind?
I don't remember the one he said. It was, I can't remember. If he wants to come up here and remind me, because I let things in when you're not there.
OnlyFans,
I just don't fill my head with a lot of stuff. So, but they were something that I wouldn't.
Sure.
I remember, to be honest with you.
Okay, but if you've made the opinion that I'm doing topics that you don't approve of, you're not really going to have a high opinion of me, are you?
Oh, and the other main reason, let me interrupt for just 1 second. The other main reason is because when I saw those memes, I thought, oh, hell no, am I going to go to his channel? And then when you kicked me off, it was just, I was done. I just left and never went back, to be honest with you. So wow. At the time, I thought you I thought you had those memes made for yourself and were putting them up and were a blasphemous man, and that you were just using Father to get people to come to your channel. That was my perception of you, to be honest.
Do you still believe that?
Huh?
Do you still believe that?
Well, that's what we're talking about. So we'll
fascinating.
It takes Rome wasn't built in a day. So
it takes you to be willing to look. And I was just chuckling because you've missed out. You have no clue what I've been doing.
Eyebrow furrowed, and Lena, you get in. I just want to say thank you to the crew. Thank you, Jack, for showing up. Lena asked me if she wanted to ask you questions, whether you guys fight or not. She got interrupted by Paul, myself, OTW, many people. And so, Jack, thank you for showing. Lena, good job so far hosting. Kitty, I hope you're feeling better.
I am. Thank you. They ruled out brain tumor. That's good.
That's good. Good. Yeah. So Lena and I are opposite, Jack. I wanted you to interact with her. Again, she is a co-host, but she's not in the foxhole, as I tell people all the time. She's her own entity within the Truth Yo and the crew. And the blasphemous stuff that we tell her is always documented. That's the one thing I could say. Everything I tell Lena, whether it's dealing with whistleblowing on criminals, traitors, frauds, or the pedophiles online, always documented. Whether it's screenshots, whether through video, whether through audio, whether through phone, it's documented. It's not really heavy. Like people, okay, you use those pictures because you thought they were cute and funny. Now we know we're past that. I don't know if Lena and them know of you. You're dealing with a spiritual battle right now yourself, right? I don't think Lena knows your timeline with like the house and the cat and all that crazy shit everyone's talking about. Jack said he has 7 days.
People don't care. Yeah, people don't care about me. They just care about their opinion.
So people don't care about you, and that was the subject. The people in the past and to the present. I want to ask. So we're talking now, and I'm going to even talk because we're all friendly here, Jack. This is Crew Truth, yo. What do you like? What can people do to help you in your eyes? What do you want people like? And I'm going to let you go. Like, what do you need? Because 7 days. You said if you have to go, you're going to go towards Washington or something. Figure or whatever you're thinking. But what do you need from the people, in your opinion?
I'll receive what anyone offers at this point. Well, this is actually here. God is using me. I know this for a fact. What he's using all of us, right? What we're being used for by God, I don't know. Now, I do know that since 2018, Snafu, I have been trying to communicate with people from my past.
Which is actually on the horizon. This Jack Tells, I've already talked to Charles about it, whether you agree with him or not. I told him we're going to do a few episodes of Jack Tells, and I want to do a Q&A open panel. And I've asked him directly, would you talk to Jack? I told him what happened with the chemo shit. And I said, and personally, I've even said, well, Jack, if you treat him like shit, then I'm probably going to be a dick, but I think it's probably best you talk to the people if they're willing to talk to him, because that would at least get answers made for both of you guys on opposite sides. And he agreed to it. So in the future, that could happen with at least one person. That's a step.
Okay. Well, you asked, I was trying to answer the question of.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
What could people offer?
Yeah, what could people do? Like, what do you think they're failing at doing? Is it they're not following, they're not putting action in? Because, like, are you even concerned about the 7 days coming up, or do you got it handled?
Of course I'm concerned, dude. I've got no fucking answers. My faith is with God. I'm praying every fucking day. Please, God, let it be today. Please allow me to find an answer. Please allow me to make some progress. Allow me to create some sort of change in my life. Allow me to serve somewhere. Please allow me a conversation with a human being. Please, God. But this is my life. And I know on the outside, it makes no sense, right? This is what I was dealing with. People weren't talking with me. And so it didn't make any sense. They didn't allow themselves to understand.
We're talking with you tonight.
And you are, and I really appreciate it. So let me answer.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I've got 7 days left. Okay. That 7 days is based upon words written on paper, based upon an agreement. Now, I'm an excellent negotiator, and if I have something to negotiate with, I could probably work something out with the property managers and the property management team, but I don't have anything. I've done it before. But well, yes and no. They wouldn't talk to me last year either. This is the thing, guys. There's something, God is doing something unique.
May I bring, and we're talking here, Jack, this is not attack. Whether we have difference of opinions, we're talking. And I am trying to stop so Jelena and Kitty can chime in too. But I want to ask you, because I'm doing this Jack Tell series, and you never know, people from your past will pop up, and it also will maybe allow you to have communication with them. Whether you like what they say or not, Jack Tells is starting off, and I've contacted Chemo. When Chemo said that you were squatting in the house back in the day, you've always said you wanted to like recorrect. What do you think he meant by that? And what is, because it's not just him. People online are like, oh, this is just the same thing. He's moving, he figured out. Do you feel you could fix this and stay? Or are you feeling the pressure that you might actually have to leave?
Let's forget the house for a moment. Let's consider
okay.
Okay. If this idea that has been placed in my heart and that I've committed my life to, if this idea is from God, it makes sense to me. God doesn't want a world filled with liars, yet that's what mankind has become. World filled with shameful, disgusting, sinful liars. Look at Donald Trump.
Charles said you.
Okay. Now, there's the part that's coming up. Now, Snaps gets a little outraged about about her converting to Islam. But I don't really see that, because I was watching it last night and I had to pop up out of my bed. I was like, what? And then, because I was just listening, and he didn't seem, it was like a yes and a no. So that's why I want to review it. So when that part comes, I'm going to slow it down to normal. Yeah, because of all the crew from Michigan and all his buddies that he set up between Paul and OTW, let's say.
You used to travel a lot. Charles said you traveled a lot doing conferences and stuff. Like, so you're used to like going to meetings and talking and shit back in the day, right? So you used to be very active in communal things, I guess, like whether it's conferences.
A lot of good things about you. He said a lot of good things.
What kind of conferences? Because again, I'm learning from that side, and you always say, "Snafu, let me say my side of things." So that's what we're talking. What kind of conferences and things did you teach or do or fuck around? Like what did you do? Was your job with these? And what kind of conferences? Just curious. Because he said you were well respected. You were traveling, doing a bunch of conferences, working. I'm kind of curious what you were doing. Like what kind of things were you talking about and doing?
In regards to what Charles was saying,
and you could even add things, even if you've done things more than just that, you could add them.
Thank you. Charles and I met through the union, the American Postal Workers Union, through conventions and conferences. Oh, she's beautiful, Kitty. Got distracted. Charles, as the state president, he used to do all the logistics for the convention. So he had over a decade doing that. So yeah, he had a lot of experience doing the logistics and organizations for events. 2018, that was my year of transformation. And that year, God allowed me to travel. I went back and forth across the U.S. probably 5 times: Chicago, DC, Virginia, LA, Hollywood, maybe somewhere else. But I was traveling. One of those trips was to meet the executives of the United States Postal Service for that job I was trying to bring forth, right? And I wasn't criminal. I wasn't scheming. I was falsely accused and misunderstood for what I did, just like Jesus was, just like many of us are. But when
now don't get mad because you know Jack tells what's going on. Do you want to go in specifics of that or no? Because I'm sure we're going to find out what
here
was.
The thing is, I was. It's been a number of years. Okay, so Charles and I, right? I'll give him some slack too because it's been a number of years and he qualified. He qualified the same. But there was some misperceptions of me that I was just floating around. Everything I did was scheduled, or it was after the Postal Service placed me off work or the doctor placed me off work. So I didn't abandon my job. I didn't abandon my union position. That convention that Charles was talking about, where I walked out on the training, that was a bunch of shit. He accused me of that and never listened to my explanation, never accepted or never considered what I was saying.
What was your explanation? Because he may listen to this before Jack Talos episode 2 comes out. Like I said, he's going to go cry. And he's non-biased. He actually, me talking to you, he had a respect for you that I haven't heard other people present out here on the webs, you know, and for Snafu Snaps, the guy who's going the hardest at you. I mean, if you listen to it, he said you were well respected by many in the community and your job and, you know, the things you're doing. And when he's doing this, he has his own things. Like I said, you and him have your own whatever. But I feel he's being as non-biased as can be in his opinion. He has a bias, obviously. Everyone, you know, I get it, Jack. And that's why we're talking. But go ahead, dude. Go ahead, share. Because I was curious, what things were you doing? Like, what kind of conferences were you teaching? Tech stuff? Were you teaching postal mail to like what were you doing and teaching?
Regarding that convention he's talking about, where I called and offered, I didn't try and rearrange the schedule. See, here's where Charles's ego, right? His inflated ego, not mine. I had come back from some event to return to Spokane, and until January of 2018, it was 2019. Yeah, so at that time, I was still involved with the Spokane Regional Labor Council. I flew back from an event, and I attended a local event put on by the Labor Council. It was had to do with race and labor, history of America.
So what did you do at these events, Jack? Like, what was your position, your title?
I was a participant. I was learning, investing in my education and experience. Just like
so it's like going to the conferences. It was just an event, a different type of event.
This convention that Charles is talking about was in the spring of 2018. And so I had, I don't remember, maybe it was just shortly after my visit to DC. I don't remember. There was a lot of things happen. I got notes and everything, but
yeah, he does too.
I went through this race and labor training by Dr. William Fletcher Jr. I encourage anyone, that name, he's an excellent teacher, very, very knowledgeable on race and labor. And it opened my eyes.
Is that what he specializes in, that doctor?
That's what it was. I had just returned from New York City at, it was an event commemorating the loss of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And that's right. So I had just returned from completing.
Yes, I agree with you, Kate. Yeah, this is a lot of scripted because the ties from Snow and what he just said. What did he just say? Hold on a minute. What did he just say? I hate this StreamYard because you can't there's no way to back it up just a little.
I thought this is incredible information to share with our brothers and sisters, right? And so this class I went through, if I remember right, it was a train the trainer course. So I believe, if I remember right, I was being certified to be able to train it in the state of Washington. And so I was trying to bring this into our union. Charles never understood what I was doing. He made assumptions that I was trying to take over his convention and all this nonsense. And then when it came to the class, it was a basic steward training class, which I've done a bunch of those. And Kevin is so friggin' smart. He knows this stuff. And this is how he was back then. What he lacked was the confidence. He lacked the experience. That was the only thing preventing him from moving forward in his development. And so we started the morning and I said, hey, I got to run a couple errands. Do you mind? It'll be a couple hours. And at the same time, if I remember right, one of the business agents came in too. So I mentioned to one of the senior relations, national officers. He had joined the class too as an observer. So he was right there.
It sounds like you're in some Masonic lodge, dude. The Postal Service. The more I listen to you, Margot, even Charles, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Officers of the arms of the postal envelope and fucking even Wizards. I'm just thinking this is like Masonic lodge shit. The Postal Service.
Well, it did start off as that. The Masons were the postal carriers, cavalry. Yes.
You guys got all these doors and hidden rooms, and I'm just like, fuck, man, with all you fucking people out there. But Jack, again, thank you for coming.
You're the messengers.
And talking. We're gonna continue Jack Tells, and I'm glad you responded.
Okay, here's the thing. I think if Jack ends up like what it's all scripted. A lot of it, yes, it was all meant. Yeah, it's to use social media as a platform and control the narratives. Look what's going on with whatever they're called, Houthis, which is funded by Iran. So you got to remember what's going on right now, and you connect it to this right the fuck now. That's what I'm doing. I'm listening to 95.95, which is WSB here in Atlanta, and they're talking about all the politics and optics going on right now, and I'm like, because that is definitely what's is to do with here too. These optics, because there's groups and control mechanisms, and this whole thing with Kitty, I almost feel like I that it was part of it. Like, I feel like it might be real, but it's part of it in some way. Like, this is just crazy that, yeah, so let's watch it.
I actually will talk to you personally, because I think that as these Jack Tells continue, I think it's fair to get your response. And then when the open panel happens, depending on how things are, I think a rekindling of at least talking, whether you agree or not, that's something that's possible. I already asked. So, but yeah, do you see the Masonic Lodge optics though? Like, you're like, even Margot when she talks, or like all you guys, like the arms president, envelope holder of the blue drop-off box. Like, I don't know, Jack. It's incredible.
Back in the day, I might have got offended by that and really wanted to.
See, this has been my whole thing this whole time. I have seen it bringing in Sharia law for some time, since 2012. So everything, it was called Freedom for Us. I started on Facebook and Twitter, and this started in 2012. It was freedom with the number 4 and a capital US. I was telling everybody this because I was already seeing the infiltration all around me. Obama years, and then it just continued and continued. And then they set up all the sleeper cells, and then they did the mask. And then these people got even worse. So then you have people trying to tell people that their feelings are hurt by words that are covered by our Constitution. So when you have pansy ass lefties or anybody that cries about words that might hurt their feelings, and they're trying to like stop your shit or anything, that's when they come. That's where that's where they're stomping on the Constitution. Is because no. If you don't like it, tune out. So what? There's a lot of things we don't like, but we're not in a communist countries, and we're not in Sharia law countries. And so when we have people here being able to wear whatever the fuck we want, have our hair however we want, tattoos showing, all that, women free as fuck, they have a problem with that. So I have a problem with Kitty. Honestly, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but it's a disgrace, to be honest with you. Yes, it is. Because it is. It's just because if she wanted to practice that, but as an American to just put all that on and then go like that is just a disgrace to me. Because it's one thing if you want to change your religion, you're like, I'm going to be Islam, but you are bowing down to, it's just crazy to me. So she wants to be a servant to a husband, and he's going to provide for her, but she's going to be his ever-willing slave. Then fine, so be it. That's how I take it. It's just, I see a lot of this converting. I live next door to a house that happened, And all of a sudden, one day I walked out. My children, we were going to this, dance and everything, ballet. She just had a burqa on all of a sudden. And she was in all black and stuff. And I was just like, I did a double take. It was like overnight. Yeah. And then when they moved out, it was disturbing what my new people said, that what was written in, there were locks on all the doors, and there was drawings on the, like some disturbing drawings, she said, in the child's room. And I had no idea, because I feel bad, because I seen her change the quick revert, like it was like, and they moved in and then they moved out, but they were really secluded. And I feel like, God, their children were never outside and stuff. Like, I could only imagine that. Oh, I was like, I felt bad when she told me that, because what if those children were being abused? Oh man, it hurts, because they would go fishing and stuff, and they had a boat in the backyard, but I never seen the children. Like, they would go to school and stuff, and then she reverted, and it was just, and then they moved. They moved pretty quick, so it happens. But I don't know. Like I said, I think Kitty's real, but at the same time, it could be scripted with them, with Snaps, because of all the other players like that are like that Snaps is a part of, from Detroit.
To defend it, but it is kind of cultish, man. It is. I had a girlfriend. No, I don't want to. That's not.
Oh hell no! You just said girlfriend, and now you said I don't. Oh, you can't. No. You know, Kitty's a widow, but she just had to dump some dude. Let's hear the juice. I give Kitty shit all the time.
It's just an old memory that came into mind. It's not related to the. It is. It's just an unrelated memory.
Hey, no, like I didn't dump him. Like, we're back together, dude. I called. I can't call you and tell you. So.
Well, you told me you were done with him. Hey, here's the deal, Jack. My whole thing on the Tommy and all these other people, I've told you where I think I know where you're at, and that's why I say doctrine and studies is big. But this Jack tells is, whether you agree or not, it's exactly what you've asked for, because I have asked both of them. Would you be interested in talking? You know, and I've told you the optics on that. Galena, do you have any questions from back, like, that you want to ask Jack about, like, the future, what he thinks, what, like, the conversation is good, and we're not here to attack you, Jack.
Well, I wanted to comment on the Masonic lodges. When I was back in California many years ago, when my mother was catering, we would go cater their meetings. And Jack, they were freaky as heck. We would go in there, and because we were not Masons, we were locked in the kitchen. All the windows were blacked out. We could not see what they were doing or hear what they were doing. We had to be very quiet and stay in the kitchen. When it was time to serve, they'd open the doors, we'd go in, we'd serve, and we'd have to leave. It was done so, oh my God, it was so freakish. And then I remember we were back there, and my mom goes, you know, they worship Satan. And I looked at her and went, what? We're serving them? And she's like, Lena, just be quiet. And I'm like, I was freaking out in the kitchen. I'm like, I wanted to leave so bad, you know. And now that
God, you weren't catering a spirit dance, cooking shit from,
oh my
you know.
God, they could. I mean, I was really freaked out, Jack.
Hey,
So
Jack.
hold on.
Go ahead.
Can you enlighten us on those meetings? I mean, there might be stuff you can't tell us, but
that's what I was just going to ask him. I was going to ask him.
Why were they blocking out the window? They blocked out the windows, and we couldn't see anything. We couldn't. What were they doing in there? Can you like shed some light on it?
I was never a Mason. I could assume.
Yeah, no. Let me ask you. Yeah, well, yeah. The post office, same thing. Potato, tomato. Whether you realize it or not. No, this is what we should ask him. It goes along with Lena's question. What kind of politics did you think were very weird? Because I'm sure the post office, just like the medical field, as Katie knows, it's all politics. Like a lot of it is. I mean, you could don't roll your eyes. I know it is. I worked for years in it. The medical field, the post office, from what I hear, is very all political. Is it not, or is it, Jack? Is it political?
Anything can be political.
Well, you tell me. You worked it for years.
That was an inspiration I had. Anything can be political. It just requires people to divide, and that's.
I win. I do go home. That's it. I'm not there to make friends. I'm not there to go and say, "Oh, I voted for this one," or "Oh, I don't care what you voted for." I don't care
I'm not talking political like that, Katie. I'm talking like the CNAs do the nurses' jobs, the nurses do the doctors' jobs, the doctors sit on the ass. The low men on the totem poles working their ass, but the people spitting the game, making the move. That's what I mean political. That's what I mean political in the game of work. Not like, you know,
I took call last night. I took call last night as a nurse. I took call, and I have never done that ever. No.
Yeah, that's what I meant political. Is people throwing their weight around because of job title, position. I just assume the post office would be cutthroat. I know the medical system is. I just assume the post office is. I mean, because hearing all these fuckers like Margot and Jack, and the post office is a whole different realm. He's a wizard.
Jack Talcott, if he knew what we were going through right now in our community, And the meeting that we just had on our postal service, he would probably have a heart attack. There's some days that we don't get our mail for up to 2 weeks because of how horrible the service is here. And I've had my dogs kicked by the mail carriers, and my dogs are very nice. I mean, it's ridiculous what we go through here.
Jack,
It's because
did you ever
people don't
fucking work? Jack, did you ever work as just like one of those dudes driving the truck around, putting envelopes, going house to house? You never got bit by a dog or anything? No? Okay. I'm just trying, like, what? I don't know. You're higher up.
So, Jack, Michael A. has a question. He says, I'm glad to hear he was never a Mason, but he should look into how his beliefs often align with their agenda, religious synchronicity, and things like that. So what do you have to say about that?
I have no idea what he means by religious synchronicity. Perhaps that's something in his own experience.
Well, or he could just be more in depth, or even come up and say it. Lena, you could press on the comments, and I'll show up on StreamYard. Jack, by the way, I noticed Rose was on your channel, your special guest of the evening. You also had your debate. You've been making moves, Jack. I got to give you cred where credit's due. Action, even though I give you shit all the time, I seem to think you kind of been making moves as far as just at least panel hopping. I see promotion that, whatever. Do you feel it's helping?
The numbers aren't really showing much, but I don't know. This is God's story. I just do the best I can.
Well, okay. I don't want you to get mad, but why do you not want to talk about the house thing if it's in 7 days? Like, can I ask you? You said maybe Colorado, maybe Arizona, not your mom. You're not going to say like with your mom or something, like family.
Why can't we talk about ways I can succeed?
Well, okay, I asked you, what do you need from the people to succeed?
Right, and I was answering, and then you interrupted in the conversation.
Okay, good. Hey, I'm doing really good for trying to conversate here.
You are,
so,
Snafu.
Yeah, so fuck cards, all of you. I'm trying.
Hey,
all right, go ahead.
Snafu,
Go.
You are doing great. Nelsie.
Really good. I'm really proud of you.
Go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry. I uninterrupt.
And Kitty, the 7 days. It's a long story.
Because I don't go to anybody's channel. I hope y'all know that.
Yes, we know, Kitty. We absolutely know you have no clue what the fuck's going on.
Yes.
But go ahead. Go ahead, Jack.
Do you want to know what the 7 days is?
Yes, I do.
She probably does. She's probably curious.
It's a long story, but I bought this house back in 2001, and the new owners are serving me. They served me with a notice to vacate. I'm to be out of this house by midnight, the 23rd. That's
the lore, if I may, Jack, the lore on the internet is he's been in this position for years. So like everyone sees him like say, oh, the house. But as he says, he figures it out. Some people are like, oh, there's some shady shit to it. Some people are like, no, Jack figured it out. And then some people are like, we just don't fucking know. That house is just like the ghost of Jack. Like it's attached. That fireplace is attached to his ass. That's the lore, Kitty. But go ahead, Jack.
I've been saying the same things since I started online, and I was saying the same things to Charles and Chemo before I ended up going online. I believe God is with me, and I believe God wants the world to end wars and legal secrets. See, Charles knows. What's that?
Like when you say wars, do you mean like even the proxy wars, like in Africa over like, humanitarian aid? Because when you say wars, people think of Ukraine to that, but like think about it. What about all the proxy wars around the world?
Snafu, when America gets control of the government and the government takes power back from the international banking schemes, when we make peace, we'll be able to help those other nations. We've got to make peace in America. We got to make peace at home first. We got to invite God into our lives. It's time. When God, we don't know the day or hour, but I trust God's time is soon. It's now. It's when we choose.
That's absolutely true, Mr. Michael. We wrestle against the flesh, not and blood. Hey, by the way, Lena, before you end the pod, I'm going to go, and that way you guys can finish your conversation without me interrupting, whatever you guys do. Before you go, you should play my newest video, Lena, because it's a message to all the Snafu crew and the truth you out there, real whistleblowers, real journalists. The optics are high. Jack, thanks for showing up. I'm really trying here because I wanted to let you know the crew, the truth, that we're not all dickhead like me. I got, we talk personally, there's optics that, but Jack tells is going down, bro. And I think that it's very good that you get to say what you want to say. Thank you for letting me know your side with the whole Charles, because Charles is based. He's very intellectual. I think credible, my opinion.
Well, let me ask Please ask Charles if he's reconsidered his views on God yet. See, that's why he
Well, that's what I'm
rejected me. Snafu.
Yeah, I will.
Snafu. That is why Charles and others rejected me. And an example is the story with Kevin. I had faith in me. I had faith in Kevin. Charles and others didn't speak to me, but they condemned me because they lacked faith. This is the world we live in.
I'm sure I'll relay the message to him. And like I said, I think here after episode 3, 4, 5, wherever we get, we are going to do a Q&A open panel. And I specifically asked him, would you be okay if I'm okay? If me and Jack are on good terms, I'm not being a dick, he's not being a dick, would you talk to Jack? And he said, yeah. He'd have no problem with it.
I appreciate that. And please send him my best.
Like I said, that's down the road. That's down the road. It's not a guarantee. But again, it's kind of like I said, you say, I'm not here to help. Tonight, I helped facilitate a good conversation between you and Lena that needed to be done, whether she agrees with you or not, because she isn't me. She isn't the one to be, she's not Mad Mystic either. You know, I wanted you to understand she's her own entity. Yes, she's a partner. And I give her shit for cupcaking, as I call her, because you know how I am. But in the end, Jack, real recognizes real in the end. And you're not like JNF Jax. You're not like some of these people. Whether I say, oh, blah, you at least acknowledge there's a creator, there's a God, you even said Jesus, but then there's times where I'm like, what the fuck is he doing and saying that? It's like, yes, and then no. Like, that's where I think Tommy gets upset. But hey, the universe will keep spinning. Lena, before you end the stream, please play my newest video. But Jack, Lena, Kitty, love you both. And Kitty, what the fuck? You look like. Never
Well,
mind.
you didn't let her talk to you
I
on
can't
the
do that
phone.
to Kitty. Kitty, what the fuck? You look like. Never
Well,
mind.
you didn't let her talk to you
I
on
can't
the
do that
phone.
to Kitty. Oh
Yeah.
man, I got jokes for days, but I could burn her right now. Kitty.
Snaps.
What?
You didn't let
What?
her talk to you on the phone, so let her tell you now,
Oh, what?
Kitty.
Yeah, I kept call you. I kept trying to call you and tell you what was going on. You
I was sleeping.
back. No,
Even Lena woke me up.
that's not my problem. It's not my problem that
Well,
you
no
sleep
shit,
all the
it's
time.
not. Okay, what are you gonna tell me? Go ahead, publicly tell me. I don't give a shit. Burn me. What you got?
So, proposed to.
And you brought okay. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. Vlad was my best friend in the world. You're never gonna find a man like Vlad again, Rip Big Vlad. But here's the deal.
Listen,
You're
Lena.
fucking nuts.
Listen, Lena.
If you say yes, you're fucking nuts.
Charity.
But do what you do.
You know what? I really thought that my mom would give me a harder time than Snaps, but my mom was like, hey, I think that's a great idea. She said, he's a really good guy. And she said, I'm even for you converting to Islam.
You know, I was gonna call you a food beauty. I was just like, why are you looking like food beauty fucking bitch online? I was like, why is Kitty? And I'm like, you guys are trolling me tonight. Lena and you are fucking trolling me tonight. You guys see the crew trolls me. They
He's an
fucking fuck
airline.
me.
He's an
This is what I
airline.
can't
No.
do just because I fuck with all you guys online. They troll me tonight. You see this
Snaps,
guy?
My mom is buying the hijab for the wedding. She's altering the wedding dress.
Are you really fucking marrying that dude? Like,
He's an airline
is
pilot. I
she
told
for
him to
real?
stop.
Hey, is she for real, Lena? Are you guys trolling?
He's an airline pilot. I told him to jump on it. He's from Turkey.
Oh, okay, yeah. If he's an airline
Seems
pilot,
like a nice
we'll
guy.
talk
He's
some
got
off
his
grid.
act together.
I'm gonna fucking be talking to that motherfucker then.
Oh shoot.
Maybe we'll get Jack a flight. Get him, if he's an airline pilot, we'll get him a flight to DC. How do you think about that, Jack?
Lena?
You want to use some of the crew resources?
Lena,
She'll
he
marry a
thinks we're
Muslim airline pilot and we'll get him to fly you to fucking DC. Not like, don't worry about like the terrorist shit, like not that, you know. That is crazy. He's a Muslim flying a plane?
He's from Turkey. Seems like a
Holy
nice
shit,
gal.
Kitty.
She got married in June.
You guys are fucking with me. If you're not, you're fucking nuts.
She's not joking.
You're gotta be fucking joking.
She's not joking.
It's gonna end bad. It's totally gonna end bad. You're gonna be bitching, whining, moaning in like 3 months from now. No, it's just totally gonna end, and you're gonna hate life. Tell him that you want one of those prenups.
A prenup.
Jack, give this woman advice. My best friend died. This is his wife. He died in October, and she went and slutted it out, and now she's fucking marrying this guy. And how long has it been?
Say
10
that.
months? That's what happened. I'm sticking up for Vlad here. Rip Big Vlad. Fuck the American pilot. No, is this real? Are you marrying him? Wait, is she going Muslim too? And
Yes.
now this is where you and Tarek probably should make up, because Tarek claims Muslim.
She's changing her
You
religion.
guys could like do your weird prayers on the carpet together.
Yeah, I have
Jack
a-
could
I
stand in
have
front
a-
of you as he
I have a
preaches
great
Jesus to you guys and saves you. Jack could help save your souls once he gets the true salvation message of the blood of Jesus Christ.
I have a Quran and I have a prayer rug.
Jack, this is where you could interrupt, because I am biblically knowledgeable, so is Lena. If you're going off left course, I'll save you. Help save my Muslim fucktarded friend here. Are you Muslim yet? Can I call you Muslim yet? Are you kidding? This better be a fucking bit. This better be a bit. You're not marrying that guy, are you really?
It's not a bit. She's telling you.
She's
the
crazy
truth.
enough to marry him, I think, guys. That's what's fucking nuts.
Yeah. She's
I
doing it.
fucking
Lena
for
said
real.
jump on it. Jack.
Okay, Jack. No,
saying
well, yeah. Lena's probably like, yeah, jump on that shit. He's a pilot. Drive that stick and fly. You guys all think she's all holier than thou. Jack, don't let her trick you.
I'm not holier than thou. I just try to behave.
I'm not holier
I
than
know.
thou
That's why you're telling him to marry this pilot. Wait, okay, let's be real. Vlad passed away how long ago?
last year.
5 months ago.
Yep.
All right, now, and I will be real. Kitty took on the role of caregiver towards a large part of his life. Oh, someone's in the back. They said, "Tell Lena to look in your backstage."
Uh-oh.
I believe it's oh shit, Jack. I don't know.
Hold on, Jack. Out of respect for you, Jack, Margot's in the backstage. Would you care to bring her up or no?
Please, please.
Margot.
Margot.
Hello, Margot. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it. Hi, Jack.
Greetings, Margot.
Hi, Snaps.
Hello.
Hi, Nurse Kitty. I don't know you. My name is Margot. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
This is my fucktarded almost Muslim, non-Muslim friend that I'm like about to like go out there and say, what the fuck? Like, is she really fucking with me?
Is that what he
Are you really gonna marry? Holy shit. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm gonna marry him. He treats
That's
me
quick.
good.
It's gonna end bad though.
Congratulations.
Go ahead. Well, see, there you go. Jack to the rescue.
Go on, Margot.
He
Are you
said
gonna do that?
congratulations. You didn't say congratulations.
No, you're wearing a fucking hijabi
Lena
and
told
fucking
me
going Muslim and
congratulations.
fucking marrying some dude when my best friend just passed away just a few months ago. I kind of get why you are though, because again, you kind of took on caregiver role towards the end of his life, and I encourage you to do good. But I kind of was just hoping you were gonna slut around. I was hoping you were gonna slut around and just fuck around and just you know do
Snafu.
you. I didn't think you were gonna like marry a Muslim.
Snafu, this might be an opportunity for her to be cared for, though. For that,
Yeah. That's
for
true.
that blessing to be
But
returned
that's
to
not
her.
the reason for marriage. Because you're lonely and want to be cared for.
Oh, no. Out of a blessing.
Lena, am I wrong here? You really told her to get up on that marriage this early?
If
Am
that's what
I the only one?
Are you gonna shut up and let us talk? Shut up. So look, if she has feelings for the guy and he can help make her life better, I do not believe, and I am not a women's liberal.
Oh, hell
okay?
no. Hell no.
Let me
Let's call
talk.
him right now.
Let me talk. I believe that women need a man in their life. Period. In the world we live in, we do. And if she found love this soon, and that's what she needs for herself and her children, then God bless her for it.
Oh my God. And yes, I said God. Jesus.
You know the hell I've been. Listen, you know the hell I've been through in the last 5 years after Charlie passed away. Okay, I
And you
have
know
not.
I do. And I want her to be happy.
I have not
She-
preferred to go out looking. Listen, I have not preferred to go out looking, but I do acknowledge that. My goodness, if I had a man here, it would make my life so much easier because.
So
men
this
make
is what you wanted to tell me when I was sleeping, and was like, this is what you wanted to tell me. And I was like, no, I'm sleeping. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
So we publicly just show that Nurse Kitty.
Surprise.
Holy shit.
I said, hey, Lena,
All right, I
we're still
yield.
live.
Margot, go
Snap
ahead. I'm
you
like
won't talk to
not
me.
pissed, but not pissed. And I just feel bad.
No, it is. It's really wild because she didn't even know when he asked. She didn't even know when the lad died. He's like, how many months has it been? And she didn't even know. I know it's been in October. Yeah. So, I mean, this is just like wild because I remember her getting her hair cut or saying, okay, I'm going to start dating and all that. This is just in October. We're only in March. Like, whoa. And for her, like, okay, if somebody's engaging to you and they have money and they're a pilot and they're this and that and they're like, oh yeah, I love you, I want to get married, then where's the rock? Why isn't she going like this? Or because she's getting bamboozled. And how long has this guy been a pilot? Yeah, I'm just wondering because you never know. People could come and do things to get to this country and then infiltrate us and do shit nefariously. I'm just questioning everything right now because this don't sound right to me whatsoever. And she's got 2 children. I know she's got a son, but You don't just all of a sudden one day wake up and then just convert like that. It's like, that's just crazy shit to me. This is like brainwashing at its finest. It really is. Like, I mean, I'm like shocked that she's not even seeing it. Yeah, it's really wild.
It's gonna end bad for you. You're gonna be so
You don't
sad,
know
and you're gonna be
that.
crying to me and Lil, and that's okay.
You don't know that.
I want you to be happy for the
You
time
know,
span it
I
will last.
expected this from the woman who gave birth to me, but not from you.
Right.
Yeah, but I also know you, and I know what you said, and I know the time span and the red flags, and I know that you are hurting, you're missing Vlad, you're lonely, and again, I would almost prefer you to just slut around, be Muslim, be Jewish, be fucking Quranish, go on Jack Talcott.
No, I'm lonely and all that. I haven't slut around, and I'm not desperate to go fucking gas station guys that fucking will convert my ass. Are you fucking crazy? She's fucking nuts. She's fucking nuts. This is some crazy shit. He's right. This is ooh.
Audio for a fucking weekend. Like I didn't know you were gonna like just go full blown.
My mom said
Let's
praise
leave it
to Allah when she saw me in a hijab.
Holy Lena, I'm just losing it. Fucking losing it, Lena. Go ahead, Margot.
Okay.
Put on
Dude,
mute.
you're only
Okay, hold on.
This is authentically real.
So basically, your mom is like, "Oh yeah, whoever just takes my daughter, yeah." So basically, she just wants you to be taken care of. It doesn't matter who. Hello, yeah, Allah, Jesus, Satan, somebody take her. Yes, she'll be taken care of. That's sick. Your mom's sick. I said it, Kitty. Your mom's sick.
If they're not fucking with me, now the Muslim thing, they may be fucking with me because that's why she got so. But like the whole marriage thing, that's probably
especially after 4 months of marrying, knowing this guy barely. After 4 months, he isn't. It's not like anybody knows him or anything. And you're bringing around your children. I don't care that he's a pilot. I wouldn't care whatever he is. Because the radicalness of a lot. Yes.
real, folks. Maybe the Muslim thing too. I don't know. Fuck.
I'm not a jokester like Vlad
Find
was.
Jesus, Kitty. Find Jesus. Go ahead.
Do you want to
Mute
see the
yourself,
Quran?
Snaps, and let Margot talk.
Okay, well, number one, I know that the show's been going on for 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 25 seconds, so I missed a ton. I was on a day trip today, but I did just hear Jack say something that I found interesting, and I want to ask him about it. You said that you believe that your relationship with Charles ended because of God.
Well, in the end, it's God doing everything, God revealing everything.
Hey,
It's
I'm gonna reveal something since both you and Margot are on panel.
Hold on a minute. So, okay. So you say that she's being taken advantage of. What? Okay. So if that's the case, what is she being taken advantage of? I can tell you. Being a woman and putting on and converting like that and putting on all that and then being used because that's just the agenda. It's like to see how the takeover. Yeah, it's like a game to them, almost. And I see these women being fooled. I see them. I just met one the other day. She was too. And I honestly, anyways, this is just our youth. Young girls that are in high schools and they are lost, or they're like in poor neighborhoods, just like a pimp does. The same thing. Because they're trying to infiltrate us and take over.
Channel.
Snaps,
And this
it's
is
my turn.
This
Snaps.
is a personal conversation that I had with Charles about
Snaps.
the whole thing.
Jack was responding to me. Please yield
I know,
until
but
he's finished.
he needs to hear this before his response. He needs to hear this before his response. Charles told me one of the main reasons he's going to be a part of Jack Tells, and I think you need to be part of it too.
Wait a minute. She buys her own ring? Okay. Yeah. Remember Colorado too.
Margo, I reach out. I want you to be part of Jack Tells. But the thing is he told me he didn't like the fact that you kind of made all the postal people, like your other coworkers, Margo, him, others, like as the bad guys with the downfall of what happened. That was his reasoning. And I think it would be fair for me to say that's what we said. He talked, because that's the reasoning. Like, he's like, I just didn't like that we were pinned and that's how I learned that your dad was in the Discord with Margo and all your coworkers and everything. But go ahead, Jack.
Dad?
Many people don't like the truth. And I wasn't blaming, but similar to the story of Job, right? He lost everything. His friends around him are pointing the finger. Well, that's what Charles, and no offense, Margo, but Margo, many others were doing to me. Pointing the finger at me, blaming me, pushing me away, saying, you're not good enough to talk to me. Remember all the time spent mocking me? I don't want to bring up the past, not the bitter past. But
well, I don't agree with that, and I don't think Charles would agree with that. With you saying that your friendship with Charles ended because of you said, I believe, God.
Well,
I think, and I was a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
The postal workers.
Right, but he was also very
was you saying that you were wrongfully terminated, which has been claimed not to be true.
Okay, could I interrupt for just 1 second? Snaps, I want to ask you as politely as I can, please let Margo and Jack talk, because I think it's important. And Margo, if you could just introduce yourself and tell us how you know
I
Jack.
do, but this
just
is
please, I know, please.
Lena,
I'm asking you, please just let them talk.
I get it, but because of Charles coming on the channel, I have to ask Margo certain things because
you can,
we
but I want to
actually
hear
talked
the
about
interaction.
Margo.
I want to hear the interaction between Margo and Jack.
And that will happen.
Listen, people on my channel don't know her, and I would like her to introduce herself and how she knows Jack, because I'm lost and I know other people are lost.
All right,
So
I will go now.
And on top of that, I want to know how you think, because I already know what Charles said as far as how he's linked to you, Margo. Tell us how you're linked to Charles. I want to know how you think you're linked to Charles. Tell us how you're linked to Jack, and tell us how you're linked to Charles. Go and what
Snafu, in due respect. However, this isn't your show, and I'm gonna answer.
Hey, no! Don't you fucking do that to me, Margo. Not in the crew, in the truth deal. You'll learn real quick. It don't work like that. Even my Muslim fucking converting fucking kitty up there, which I'm gonna have to talk to her real soon. I guarantee she's gonna have my back over your ass. Don't fucking play that with me here. My community.
Okay, do you see how his language changed? He gets that, that hood rat bullshit. It's because he's talking to Agent Alex, the first one that came to me, who's buddies with him, and Snafu had a problem with him because Alex got close to me the first 3 months after my divorce, when I got my divorce, because he helped me, coached me of talking, pep talking me, and I went to the, I went to go to court and all that. But we were talking for 3 months. He's in South Carolina. Him talk a lot, and he picks up his accent and everything, and they talk very similar, same words, same style, same. And he's from California too, Alex, and he's a 2-time war vet, Marine, and truck driver. So yes, Snafu, he's been talking to him because it comes out in his fucking language, and I've told Snafu, I busted him on this shit. Yeah. He knows. But rat shit.
Community.
Okay,
Our
let her-
community.
let her
Okay,
talk.
I'm just letting her know what time it is. Go ahead.
All right. Go ahead.
My name is Margot. I met Jack, I believe, in 2018.
No,
What year?
16.
2016. I'd been a member of Alcoholics Anonymous for about 5 years at that point. Jack was entering Alcoholics Anonymous. We attended the same morning meeting. We became friends. The two of us went to 1 or 2 meetings solo together. And then I didn't see Jack at meetings for a while, and he would contact me and say things like, I'm going to have an intervention at my house. Can you come by? And then I saw that he went to Washington, D.C. And then I was at a get together with some postal service workers, and all of a sudden they started talking about Jack. And I realized that we were talking about the same person. So we had several mutual friends within the postal service. And then at the time I was working at a school not far from Jack's house, and all of a sudden I hear Jack Talcott's name again. So our paths have crossed through many avenues in Spokane, Washington. I felt very strongly about I didn't agree with a lot of the things that Jack was doing and saying, and I felt that he was not safe for himself and or others. So I was an op, you would say. I opposed what Jack was doing for a long time. And over, I'd say, the last year, I just decided not to play that role anymore and just observe Jack and be friendly with him. And we've maintained a mutual respect for one another. I have worked with Snaps in the past. I provided some contact information for him for some people in Spokane because I believe that he does have a cause and has some concerns. And Snaps and I have been friends, but so to date, Jack and I are in a good term.
Marco is very professional when it comes down to the people involved that I've contacted and talked to.
I will continue. To date, Jack and I have a respectful relationship with one another, as do Snaps and I. I'm a neutral party. That being said, when I hear Jack say something that I don't agree with, I'll question it. Yes, Jack.
Is she a Marfugler?
Can you do me a favor?
My question. Can anybody answer this? Did she participate in watching Marfugal? Was she ever on Marfugal's panel? Anything to do with Marfugal? Do you know? I'm just wondering. Because she would be one of the only ones that has nothing to do with any of this YouTube shit that's brought into any of this. And I wonder, why does she involve herself so much? And up here as a character now. She's a character. She doesn't have a channel. She doesn't fight crimes against humanity, but she's a somebody, and everybody refers her to it because this is scripted BS. Not what Snafu and I were exposing, though, but this shit is definitely Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck is going on with Tommy too, and all that shit? Yeah, I was outraged. I wanted to go on there and cut him up. He won't let me. He won't me to come up there because I was gonna ask him. So like, how is it with all these clown gestures that you guys are excluding any of the fucking real optics? And it's just like, I mean, they've really, now it definitely just doesn't. All it is a jack business. There's no optics of anything that would happen the last 3.5 years. I'm just like mind blown. It's like I was erased or something. It's like none of it exists. It's like none of that shit is like even snafu. What is he doing? Because people are getting arrested and shit like that. I mean, what? That's why my zebra stripes, all my everything. I'm retired. Fucking retired. Smash their fucking shit show. Sick of it. I'm really so sick of it. I don't even want to waste my time on this shit anymore because I've already done real fucking journalism. The CIA owes me big time, and they should be fucking putting a fucking new Jeep in my fucking driveway. Bitches. I'm so fucking sickened by this shit. I don't even fucking want to watch it. Seriously. It's such yo-yo CIA bullshit. Nobody gets locked up. Hillary Rodham Clinton, the fucking dirtiest fucking witch on this planet, is fucking sacrificing kids for years. And nobody does a motherfucking thing about it. And you're gonna go stop wars? Jack Tails? Fuck you. I'm so fucking sick of it. Let me talk to Trump. I'm his fucking bloodline, not these fucking yo-yos. I'm the one that sat back here and been playing with these fuckers. This yo-yo, I can't stand it. I'm fucking mad now. I'm fucking pissed. I waste my fucking time and I waste my money on this shit to show the fucking world the shit show gesture clown fuck faces on YouTube.
Matt, I had gone through detox, and in detox, I left without anything set up. I kind of slipped through the cracks, right? Normally people go from detox into an inpatient or an outpatient.
Yes.
Well, I didn't. I just left detox and I didn't know what the hell I was supposed to do. I was confused and scared. I started out, I was going to 5 meetings a day trying to stay sober because I didn't know how to live without intoxicants in my system.
Yes.
And Margot, I think we met I had stayed up late one night. I was up till 3 a.m. or something like that. And I just couldn't sleep. And so I looked up, found an early morning meeting, and I drove to an early morning meeting. And that's a regular meeting where I met Margot at. And please tell them how I was when I showed up at the first meeting. You remember, or in the early meetings, you remember
you couldn't hold a coffee cup. You had the DT so bad.
Jack, was your addiction only alcohol, or were you actually like doing like other drugs? Like I've been there, done it all. Oh shit.
That was
shit. It's not good that it's right there. Why? Is that the one that you never opened?
This was my poison. In 2018, when my life was falling apart, I got up one morning and I've been journaling, and I wrote in my journal this morning, or in the morning today, do I have a drink or do I get drunk?
Okay, now I've been waiting for this. LCJC's live right now. She's got Nurse Kitty on. And I actually want to play this. I don't want to hear Jack's fucking drunk tales. I've already heard them. Somewhat, and I don't need to hear him because he's a fucking yo-yo guru, not a guru. He's a you know. I'm already mad. I haven't taken a dabba dabba do yet because, yeah, I'm mad. Let's go back to here.
They rule the roost, and
Yeah.
regardless of how old you are. And so he was going to run your household the way he saw fit, not the way you've been running it.
Yeah. I said, no, that's not going to work.
Well, I can't say I'm sorry because the whole Muslim thing was, I don't know. I think you could have done it for a little while, but I think because you're such a strong, independent person, that I think you would have backlashed at him.
Oh, so what's going on? Okay, so here we go. I got to play it.
And we are live.
LCJC.
Welcome to my channel, LCJC family. And we are going to be going over the Talcott Tales, episode 2. And here we have joining us as a co-host is Miss Kitty.
Hi.
How you doing, Kitty?
It was a roller coaster today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I think it started a second stream.
I'm so glad that I think I just.
So what's been going on? I'm going to figure this out. So what's been going on with you?
Well, like started asking Charles questions and everything, and then he started trying to come in and he tried to like set rules down for Jericho and Susie, and I said, no, I don't think so. We're done.
I told you.
And what was he saying? So this is the guy, Charles, that you got engaged to.
Yes.
And we're turning Muslim for.
Yes.
And you just ended it?
Yep.
What did he say when you ended it?
He said, oh, stay safe.
That's it?
He said, stay safe?
Well, I mean, it was like more heated than that. He kept, asking questions and saying, oh, well, since Jericho is, boy, he can do this and he can do that. And I said, you're not going to come in here and tell me what I need to do with my kids. It don't work like that.
I already told you.
I said, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Crazy.
Guess you were right. I guess me being independent kind of like got in the way of
its control.
Yeah,
Muslim. Because I told him, I said I was willing to, convert and everything. I said, but the one thing that I'm not going to put up with is you coming in here and you saying, oh, well, he can do this because he's a boy and X, Y, and Z. I said, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, some men, the way they're raised is particularly, Muslim men, they rule the roost. And regardless of how old you are. And so he was going to run your household the way he saw fit, not the way you've been running it.
He was.
Yeah. I said, no, that's not going to work.
Well, I can't say I'm sorry because
I'm so happy for her.
I don't know. I think you could have done it for a little while, but I think because you're such a strong, independent person that I think you would have backlashed at him.
And then yesterday I went to send my friend Lucy a message, of the date and everything, and a picture of everything that was going to happen, June, blah, 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 blah. And instead of Lucy, it went to somebody that I am still friends with and I used to date in high school. And it went to his number instead.
and just because when you do like the auto type, you know, and when he got it, he goes, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "No." He's like, "You." It's like, "You can't do this," he said. So I had 3 people. And then today I went to get alterations done to the dress, and I told my mom what happened with the whole text message. She goes, "Oh," she goes, "how interesting." She said that his name would pop up when you're trying to text your friend. She said, "You don't find that odd?"
Yeah. Yeah, it could have been, you know, a sign that you weren't supposed to marry him.
Where did she meet this guy? It
Yeah,
sounds like he was
so.
sent in.
Yeah, the whole thing just didn't sit right, you know, and the whole, you know, switching to Muslim, and it was. I'm glad you changed that. I'm sure Snaps will be glad because he was freaking out last night.
I know, and he thought that I was playing a joke, and I wasn't. I was, you know, ready to. And that's another thing that I hear, that, you know, whoever's friend Mystic, I don't even know who this person is, that she's like critiquing me or whatever. Then people have to understand that when you're with somebody,
you do know
for years, and 50% of the relationship when you're with somebody is you being a caregiver. You don't have a relationship like everyone else does.
Yeah. Stop that. My mom's a nurse. Don't give me that shit. You do know who I am? Don't fucking say you don't, Nurse Kitty, because you fucking badmouthed me during Snafu's fucking gaslighting ceremony on me, and I didn't come over and tell my condolences to Vlad. I did it on the video. I didn't come over to her stream or nothing because your crotch rod ass, I wasn't going to cuss you out during his fucking during the time that he passed, because you don't know your fucking facts and you're running your mouth about my life and you don't even know me, and then you fucking talk shit about me. So don't fucking say you don't. I'm gonna talk shit about you because you're a cray-cray that just pulled out of a cray-cray situation. So yeah, there's my 2 cents. I hope you can rewind this and listen to it, because I said everything that you're stating now already, and it happened. Look at us go. Yeah, you saved yourself and your children out of a fucking nightmare. Wake the fuck up.
Relationship is coming home, taking care of them, making sure they take their medicine, making sure that they're okay, making sure they don't need to go to the doctor, making sure they don't need to go and have follow-up visits. Or it wasn't a relationship like most people have.
Yeah,
like the last 7 years was me being his personal nurse. Yes, I love him. Yes, I'll always love him. Yes, I'll always, you know, to have, you know, a feeling of longing because he was my husband. But I mean, how long do people want me to stay single? Do they want me to stay single for, you know, 7 years, like in the Scarlet Letter? And do I need to put an A on my shirt and walk around like I'm an adulteress or something? I mean, these people they're acting fucking retarded.
Yeah, I mean, when my dad got sick, my mom, for the last few years of his life, she took care of him, and I think that's the Father's way of allowing the souls to separate, and you become caregiver, and because there's certain parts of your relationship that are gone sexually and things like that, that it allows your souls to separate, so that when they pass on, you could move on. Or in my case, I didn't have time. It happened so fast.
Right.
And you know, it's taken a long time for me to you know, get over him. So for me, looking for somebody else, I have no desire. But my mom, she was taking care of my dad for so many years that when, you know, they were married 50 years, but when he died, you know, within 4 or 5 months, she was dating again. And none of us kids held it against her because she took care of my dad. She treated him like a king. And she was so good to him. So when he passed away, it was time for her to be happy. It was time for her to smile again. You know, so none of us judged her for that. So, you know, you did the same thing. You took care of Vlad all those years. And when he passed away, it was time for you to move on because I think during that time, you had time to embrace the fact that he was going to be leaving.
Right.
You know, so yeah, nobody should judge anybody for the amount of time they mourn or what have you. And I think from what I understand, Mystic is critiquing you turning Muslim, which, I mean, if I was going to marry somebody and they were a certain faith, like if you try and marry a Catholic, they won't, a lot of them want you to convert.
It wasn't Muslim.
You know, so, you know, if you were going to convert, you know, out of love for him, well, that's
I'm
your
not a
business.
woman
It's
anymore.
nobody else's business but yours. You know, I mean, everybody has their faults, you know.
Now, LCJC, I wasn't faulting her for converting to Muslim. If that's what she wanted to do as a religion, that's what our Constitution, our country is about. But it's the fact that she put on all the black burqa, the whole black, and then she was like her mom said, "Oh, Jesus, oh, Muhammad, oh," you know, like I just said, this brainwashing thing is a real thing. And this is their agenda. And what just happened, that's as quick as that happens. They can convert them and brainwash them like that and get control of their family and then control the household and them. And then they're done. It's just like a pimp. Get them hooked on drugs, they're fucking finished. They'll hook them until they're done. Until they get every last dollar out of them. But their agenda is exactly what she just said and everything I told you. So my agenda is not that she converted to Islam. It's the fucking infiltration. Taking over women, American women, and converting them into opposite. That's not what we're Americans. We're not going over there saying, oh, I want to come to your country and be Islam and practice the Quran. No, they're coming here, brainwashing and pulling their stunts. So, as simple as that. So what I'm saying is, whoa, did you not, like, she seen it after he went for her children. Yeah, some women don't have the children. They go right for the women. And I'm seeing this all the time. It's not just white women. It's black women too that are here. It doesn't matter what color. It's Hispanic women. The woman that I just talked to yesterday, she was Hispanic. My neighbor that was converted, she was Hispanic too. So this is happening to women in the United States of America. Okay? So that's where I have a problem with it. Because I have a problem with religions, religious cults, period. Yeah. So it's not, it's to do with, has nothing to do with the conversion of, she wants to convert from one cult to a next. I don't even know if she's Christian, but if she was converting from Christian cult to Islam cult, it really don't matter to me. The fact of the matter is that she's bowing down to their unfreedom, lack of freedom, Sharia law. I have a problem with that. This Sharia law, the Max agenda, that's all the fucking same thing. And that's what this all boils down to. And she just bowed down to it like nothing. That is a fucking problem for me, but that's her problem. And yeah, I'm speaking loud about it because this is what I do. I'm a journalist, constitutionalist.
I've seen Mystic get up on her channel and dance half naked and show, you know, body parts and stuff, you know, and
yeah, body parts. I get up on my channel and I do just as constitutionally, and I get away with what YouTube allows me to because they take down my channels for my constitutional rights to speak about things of thoughts that they feel that is not constitutional. How about that? So fuck that, LCJC. That's the best you got? Have you seen whatever her name is, Ring Dingaling, and her channels, these fucking Asian women who are getting their chats, their chat logs with all the pedos, and then they're sending them outdoor to dark web links. You need to fucking wake up.
And Mystic's a horse of a different color. Oh, bash her.
Oh yeah, I am. Facts.
For it. She, you know, she has a cute little body, and if that's what she wants to do, well, then by all means, you know.
I don't do that for any of that. I do it to push the fucking boundaries with these fucking media giants and their yo-yos and our Constitution. It has nothing. If I wanted to make money showing my body, do you think that I would be on YouTube or any of this? You guys are missing the fucking point. Holy fuck. You clowns, you obviously missed the journalistics point. So just never mind. Many haven't. You have.
For
they
wanting to be one with the person that I was going to choose to marry. There's nothing wrong with that. That's actually very admirable to want to do. Because especially in this day in society, this day and age, not very many women are willing to do that.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is men are looking for a woman who is more conservative and willing to be one with them. And
what is Admiral? What did she just say?
And willing to, very many women are, there's nothing wrong with that.
You know, she has a cute little body, and if that's what she wants to do, well, then by all means, you know. But
but let's critique me for
they should know
wanting to be one with the person that I was going to choose to marry. There's nothing.
You weren't being one with the person that you were. That's not being one with. Oh my God. Okay. I will argue with her if she wants to come. I'll put my link up. We can debate over this. Surely.
Wrong with that. That's actually very admirable to want to do.
No, that is not.
Especially in this day in society, this day and age, not very many women are willing to do that.
Good.
And that's the problem, is men are looking for a woman who is more conservative and willing to be one with them, and you don't find that anymore.
And that's one thing you learn about YouTube, is that these creators will find anything to come after you with. You know, I mean, well, look what we're doing. We're exposing Jack, you know, the Jack Tales, you know. it's
she
kind of the same, not
lot.
the same thing, because we're just
so I love LSCJC. I do. I think she's a very loving and a woman with morals and values. So and a great prepper. The thing is that I think that she might just not understand how evil the world really is. And she really don't understand the whole scope of what's going on all this. So, yeah. That's what I got to say, because she does a lot of double speaking, like a lot do, like she just did. But in actuality, she doesn't know a lot of because she doesn't know a lot about the background of all this. She just doesn't. She's stuck in the corner of that. But she doesn't know what the underlying fucking all of it is. It's really crazy.
Listening to it because it's, you know, new, but everybody's doing it to everybody, you know. But you know, nobody should really, you know, judge whether or not you change your religion or whatever. I mean, that to me is like, I don't know. That's personal thing.
Nobody judged her on her religion. And I said that since the time that I opened my mouth about her situation. had nothing to do with Islam. Absolutely nothing. It has to do with Sharia law and taking away women's rights. Has to do with our rights as a woman. Period. So yeah. And she bent down to it like, okay, sir. And that's how I was like, oh my God. And then she bought it's all this, it's so crazy. I'm glad she backed off. Hopefully she is not crawling back. Hopefully she's seen the danger, and hopefully this was a warning sign for any woman who might get a date with a man that's Middle Eastern descent or Islam descent. It's just to be aware, because there's infiltrators that have been infiltrating our country, and they're trying to infiltrate the women of this country to take over. You understand? Period. So that's all I'm saying. It's not that stay away from Islam or men of Muslim descent. No, it's just to keep your eyes open, because it's happening. Just like what I've exposed with my journalism. Human trafficking's happening all around. Be aware. I'm just telling you guys, there's a prime example. It's happening. And it can happen to young girls and immigrants that come in this country like that. Because women, as they know, are vulnerable and easily manipulated. So, there. If that makes me a bad motherfucker, so fucking be.
You know?
Don't give a
fuck. Well, should we review the Talcott tales?
Sure.
All right, let's get it up here and share my screen.
Oh, this is the boring part for me. I just don't really want to go all that again. It's just it's just too much. Yeah, you are not informed of what's going on there, Venus. Who needs penis? Yeah. In fact, I don't even want you on my channel. Bye. Go somewhere where you're wanted, not very many places. See ya. Yeah. Catch up on your drama of the tubes, because you're late. All right, so now I think we've covered everything tonight. I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, and Snaps gets totally mad. But yeah, and the thing is that the whole thing with Tommy tonight and everything, I'm just this whole thing, we're just gonna watch it play out. Like I said, Agent Alex that was sent to me first, and then who ran in next? Snow, and then who ran in next? Randy. This has been a thing. And Snow and Alex, partners. You said that they trained together. Yeah, because they're from California. They're from LA. They've all had the same optics. Yes, they all do. Yes, they do. Who's in backstage? Is somebody backstage? Oh, Snafu Craps.
If you continue playing at Mystic, I actually defended you here and said that you weren't critiquing the Muslim thing. You were just in shock, like everyone, about the rash decisions Kitty's making because of her optics of losing Vlad. And you know how people get when they whatever. So if you continue it, I actually defended you with both of them. And even Lena knew what you're doing. So just letting you know that we did say, like, look, Mystic had no, like, ill intent. She was reviewing the optics of your fucking crazy rash decision because more of just, like, shocked. So just so you know, because you pause right here, you'll see me come on before they go into Jack Tales.
And yeah, that's all I got to say.
The optics are high. Yeah, that's all I was going to say because, like I said, I'm in retirement. Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
And is it up? Yeah. I kind of bypassed Snaps' intro. Oh shoot, hold on. Let's try that one more time.
Okay, so this is what I wanted to say, but I couldn't think of it. Okay, because I was trying to come on when Tommy had his live stream while I was driving. Why is it that all of our journalism has been hushed under the rug? 3.5 years of all of it. And I just heard Tommy again. He's good with watermelon fucking, which that's fine with me. If you want to fuck watermelons, so be it. If it's messianic in nature, so it is. So what? But there's other things at play there. So when he says that, I'm wondering, oh, Tommy's just playing the back burner for that. And then he's playing the back burner with snow in there today. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm very tired. I'm just watching the cards fall. That's all. It's fun.
Okay. There we go. Oh, it's not letting me maximize it. Yeah, it's not letting me, well, it's not letting me do full screen. I'm something's wrong with my computer. It's all out of whack. It won't let me do anything in my YouTube studio. It won't click on anything, and it says
you don't have a virus, do you?
I don't know. It says that Chrome is not supported, but I use Chrome. It's just, I think I need to have it factory reset or something.
Probably. Did you do a disk cleanup?
Yeah, I think I have to do something like that.
Oh, you haven't done it. Yeah, you should probably do it.
Yeah. So let me try one more. Let me try one more time. I'm gonna open up a different browser and see if that helps at all. There we go, part 2. All right, I'll try and link it up one more time. If not, I'll just play it with the small screen.
You may just have to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working on a wrench for you, Gigi. I just seen that. Sorry. I'm working on it.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I was clicking on the wrong one.
So can somebody tell me why this person, Mystic, doesn't like me, or she's coming after me? Like, I know her and Snaps had beef, but why does she not like me? What did I do?
I don't think it's that she doesn't like you.
Yeah, there's nothing. No, there's nothing that I never said I didn't like you, Nurse Kitty. In fact, you're the one that trash talked me about my life, and you don't know dick about it, but you thought you did, so you opened your mouth about it. Anyways, that has nothing to do with this. This is to do with you putting on black, all that Sharia law bullshit, and giving up your rights as a woman in America. I'm pretty sure you were born here too. So that's where I have a problem with it. I just want to clarify that one more time.
I think that she saw, the part where you're wearing the jihad and everything, and it's just something for her to talk about. It's just something like, oh my gosh, look at this. And that's all it is. It's not whether or not she likes you or not. It's just something to go after somebody about, oh, look at these optics. She's turning Muslim, and it's just silly. That's all.
So she's just somebody that likes to gossip and start crap.
Yeah, I wouldn't. She's a good truther. She knows a lot of stuff, but I think it's just something.
No, I don't like to talk drama. It's nothing to do with that. It's exactly what it is. I'm a constitutionalist, and you are being anti-American. As a woman, and you got bamboozled. You were being bamboozled. When I see something like that, how could I not say it? So it's but you caught it yourself. So I have nothing against you. It's very concerning because this is happening in America. Women are being infiltrated and taken over, and just like pimps due to women, except this is with their religion and empowerment of control. It's a mechanism. It's a takeover. They want Sharia law. They don't want all of a sudden. You seen that video that she played the other day, and there was this agenda of content creators to put on this mask and wear it so we'll put it's a protest thing. No, that's where it starts, and then everybody's gonna start blocking out themselves. You see people with baklavas. That's part of it. The more that you obey, the more that you're going to cover up, the more that people like me with tattoos and want to wear earrings and all that, you're going to see people all in this country it will be totally opposite. You'll see no skin. There'll be no freedoms. Are you guys out of your friggin' minds? I mean, I don't think people are aware of what goes on in these other countries. In fact, Nurse Kitty, you should educate yourself of the women in North Korea and the women in Iran and in Yemen and yeah, heavy Muslim territories. And then you can go into different cities that's heavily Muslim population. Look at the women. Do they look happy? Ask yourself, do those women look happy compared to American women? The answer's no. Okay? That's just that simple.
To pinpoint, that's all. It's not, I wouldn't put too much into it. She doesn't have that many people watching her channel, and it's not really that big of a deal, I don't think. I mean, I wish she wouldn't do it, but it is what it is. If I step out of line, like I said, one time I told Talcott, why are you acting like an idiot? Oh my God, her and Venus Cupcake were like, oh, look at Elsie, JC, and little Miss Christian. Look how she's talking. And all I said was, why are you acting like an idiot? Because the way he was shrugging his shoulders and acting like he was 12, right? Oh my God, they had a field day with that. You would think that, I said every 4-letter word in the dictionary, man.
Huh.
So yeah, let me put the.
Thank you, Tarek. But yeah, don't matter. Let's play the video.
Yeah, Mystic is always drinking and.
I was just wondering if she if her and Vlad had beef or what?
No.
No. Uh-oh, here's trouble.
No, Vlad and I never had, and me and Vlad were good. And Vlad helped me. No. I'm not drinking LCJC. I haven't drank in so long. I had one beer, a week ago, and I didn't even enjoy it. Okay? So stop your fucking gaslighting on me. I'm a journalist. If you guys don't like it, then stop being on a public fucking platform. Hello? If she doesn't want to be on her life on any microscoped, then you wouldn't be on YouTube or any social media. That is what social media is about. If any motherfucker don't know that by now, holy fuck. You're one dumb fuck.
Ah, shit. Good to see you too. Look, I gotta defend Mystic here because we obviously monitor everything going on. Mystic actually was not critiquing the Muslim thing necessarily. That she was like saying, again, you got to know Vlad, and you do know Mystic, Kitty. Vlad touched a lot of people.
I don't know Mystic.
And
no, wait.
You do.
No,
I guarantee you do. You just don't remember.
No, I don't.
You do.
I've never.
Yeah, you do. Because you were on my panel when we were all talking shit, and we had a picture up. Blah blah. She pointed it out, and I can't deny it. Trust me. Me and Mystic have our faults. And again, I say she's a lone zebra that got infiltrated. But when she was critiquing your video, there was no malice in it. There was no she wasn't being mean to you. It was the same reason I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" Because, and if you listen, even right now, as I'm listening to it, she was stopping the video because she was trying to explain to LCJC, which, Mystic, you might as well just come up here and talk to them if that's the case. She was like saying, this is how they do it. They get you and then they convert you and then they take over the family. I think she was just more concerned about the rash decisions and how fast you were making them. And it was a shocker to everyone. So she wasn't critiquing you in a malicious way. I'd be the first one to say, fuck you, Mr. Blah, blah. Obviously, me and Mystic have big issues. She hangs out with Gigi, the fucking cancer grifting liar, scumbag bitch that says I get paid by Marfugo. She hangs out with Venus Cupcake and all those fuckers. Mystic is infiltrated. Okay. But just like Lena said, I got to stand up.
We're going to stop it here. Number one, you just ragged on my best friend and somebody that's helped me and you and Venus and Skies Above, and I'm sure many others that I just don't know of. That's just who I know. You are an ungodly motherfucker, Snafu. You keep on and on with Gigi. My life is better right now because of Gigi. And it was terrible because of the rotten motherfuckers that, I got infiltrated by Randy. So, again, you attack her like that, we're going, anything you say is just, after she helped you out, and my life's improving, nobody helped me out but her mostly. I'm back to work and my life's improving because of her. So, again, you are so fucking far from your godly morals, values that you run around this and you rehearse the Bible because you were locked up for years, a felon, and now you claim that you're some godly man and morals and values. But you'll take money from a woman and then turn around and do this? Why? What? Because she said you might be working for Marfugo, like I said? Because you play gesture clown ass optics? And then I am not hanging out and I am not friends with Venus Cupcake, Donna motherfucking Damage, Donna Argentina. No thanks. that fucking wicked witch from the West. I'm not friends with. That's why I'm blocking her out of my channel, and I haven't talked about her, and she started her shit with me. So again, we're not friends. We haven't been friends. She hasn't helped me. I haven't helped her. That's that.
Mystic wasn't maliciously critiquing. It was a shocker to everyone. But hey, I gotta finish putting this stuff up. I'm gonna be back on the panel with you guys. But I couldn't just let, like, I had to say, she wasn't being malicious. She was literally doing a critique of shock.
Questions. So let's get.
Yeah, well, it's not even a question. She was doing the same thing. What the fuck are you thinking, Kitty? Because you got to admit, like, we watched you for years, and some guy.
Let's get one thing straight right now. Before the last 7 years of my relationship with Vlad, there was no like relationship except me being
right
and taking.
I understand that, but moving fast and wearing a Muslim outfit, Kitty.
I want a poll put up about how long you all think it's okay for me to be single, and if you all think I need an A, like the Scarlet Letter.
Yeah, but marrying someone is not being single.
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing. No, I get where she's coming from. Okay, the thing is that you get in a relationship and you would admit a year. I know that people would go off and run off and marry each other in so many months. I've heard about it, but in this situation that she's in, she never met nobody knows this guy. He's from another country. He's a different religion, and that right there means slow down and wait to make sure. Wouldn't you want to know, does this guy have any quirks? Does he have any habits? Is he this or that? You got to wait. People put on a show and then look at what happened to me. I mean, come on. So I'm just saying that, yeah, it's a thing that if you fall in love, 8 months to a year is still early, but maybe you think you thought but at 4 months, I still think even at 8 or a year, it's like you have to really be around somebody, and you got to get around their family and everything. You got to see the whole dynamics of somebody, because I just learned that by dating Randy. I thought I knew him, and I thought I was seeing all his craziness, and I was trying to help him and cope. But holy fuck, I would have never have known what I know and how he acted and all his family and all his craziness and everything that he's attached to and did in his past and everything if I didn't go to Colorado. So you're mean to tell me this man that's from Turkey, that's a pilot now, and like I said, I'm a mother too, and you're a single mom with 2 children living with you that you have to protect. So do I. But I was doing it. That's why I had my ex-husband meet him, and they talked on the phone. I wasn't even going to bring him around until, that's why I made sure that, my ex-husband, because I was good with my ex-husband and his wife until they came in. He came in and destroyed it all intentionally, was sent in. So, I was doing it. I'm intentionally telling people this to save their lives, because I had to learn the hard way, and she just almost learned the hard way. So that there.
You can date someone. Marrying someone is not.
Go out there and fuck everything that I see. I'm not a tramp.
Well, we didn't say that either. Date someone.
With somebody.
I get that.
And having morals and being with somebody and being in a committed relationship means more than just being with somebody and saying, "Yeah, I love you. Let's just share."
Well, Lena could do the poll. She knows how to do the polls, I think. I don't know. But the fact is I'm in the middle of putting stuff on the shelves real quick, and I will come back. But I had to defend Mystic here, because you know what? I even told Lena when I found out Mystic was doing a critique, and we were watching, monitoring. She wasn't being malicious. She was more just in shock like most of us were, about the situation, and she really was in a caring manner. Just even 2 seconds ago, she literally said, Kitty, she literally said
down, and I needed help.
she didn't want you to be taken advantage of.
And I started
You
asking
get what I'm
questions
saying?
like Tarek told me to, and you told me to do, and Lena told me to do. I pushed today and pushed and pushed and pushed and asked questions, and guess what? Now it's no more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The optics are high. I'm just saying Mystic actually wasn't doing it. That's all I want to say. She wasn't doing. I wanted to let Lena know and you. She was literally critiquing in the journalistic zebra way she does, in a sense of what's going on with the optics here. You know, as far as it was a shocker on that part. So I got to finish what I'm doing, but I'll be back. Mystic, if you're just come up a panel, talk to the girls. Lena will talk to you. So. If she even wants to. Like I said, we still have our issues because of her being infiltrated. So I do feel bad. Like I said, Mystic's a whole different thing. She's very smart. She knows what's going on, but she's infiltrated at the highest levels. So it is what it is. But Kitty, I'm glad. Like, you don't understand. Like, a weight off my shoulder fucking flew away because I want the best for you. And no, you don't have to be lonely. You don't have to be single. You could date. You could find someone. You don't have to be a slut. But what I'm saying is there's certain things, and not even just the marriage part. And see, like I said, it comes with the children. I was going to start trying to control those. Like, I just, and it's not your fault. Tried to date.
See, this is where I stepped away. This is some crazy shit. All right, let me tell you this. So, again, this is what Snafu, you act like we're in some cult. Okay? Like, I got to get permission to who I date and shit. Guess what? I'm going on a date with AB. Yeah, car and beer date. Yeah, I need my car fixed, and we're going to have some beers. So I call it a car beer date. Yeah, we're having a car beer date, AB and I. Is that why he's saying, I'm infiltrated at the highest? What the fuck is that? How am I infiltrated? Please tell me. I would like to know. Because if you're mad that Gigi said that, oh, you might be working for Marfugal. Oh. Well, that's the same person that helped you. So what's going on here? Who's infiltrating me? Because if you're telling me if Gigi's infiltrating me, then she infiltrated you. Then she infiltrated everybody. But you're not calling her what is going on? Randy has been out of the picture. So what's going on? You're the one that's infiltrating everyone. Stop your shit. Yeah, just like tonight. How come you didn't call out Tommy for backing Grandpa Quest? What the hell? Pedograph now? Oh, you're being light on that shit? Nope, not me.
Since you've been in the dating scene. So just like I said, don't want to not do your thing. You don't have to be a slut, but out for you. I think that's what it comes down to, Kitty. Even when it came to this, people were shocked.
You're all broken.
And I find we're doing because even Mystic loves Lad. She saw me, and she was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Like, and she's doing it for the guy. The people in Mystic, that's how they do it. And even Mr. Carlton said, yep, that's how they do it. They get you to convert, then they get.
Nope, it's not you, Tarek. I'm sorry. Kitty.
Snaps got
Kitty
kicked out.
left. Yeah, like I could not hear him. And Tarek, yeah, he's crackling up.
Yeah, he'll come back up when he's done. But yeah, so Mystic, you're welcome to come up here if you want. So, okay.
All right.
Let's play the video.
Not calling, but recording.
More than you guys could know. But anyways, this is the first.
Good evening. This is Charles. Not calling, but recording myself again for I guess what's the second episode. In regards to Jack, I wanted to I had a different idea what the second and third episodes were going to be like Friday when I first started, and I've kind of changed kind of my plan. I want to use this episode to kind of lay some groundwork, so to speak, on the disciplinary process in the Postal Service and how Jack eventually lost his job. So I wanted to, when Jack made his changes, he had decided that he was gonna, like I had previously mentioned, he wanted to, be of service to the Postal Service. He had contacted several managers in DC, and from what I understand, he was able to secure a phone conversation with them on a certain time on a certain day. And instead of the phone call, he just decided to fly to DC and knock on their door and say, "Hey, I'm here for our meeting." That's the way I understood it. They went ahead and had a meeting with him. And at some point in the meeting, Jack had, remember, he's trying to get a job here he's trying to get a different job in the post office to where he can be, an employee engagement person. And while he's doing that, he also mentions that he had started an LLC, started his own website. And I think at that point he had already started the process of trying to get legally attain his little slogan. Was it live free? I don't remember what his damn slogan is, but it's on his live without fear. That slogan, that damn thing. So anyway, he tells these people this, and they immediately shut the meeting down and believe that this conflict of interest. We can't employ you as a postal employee, allow you to go out and do the same thing, which is be this whatever it's going to be, whatever your employee engagement role is going to be. We can't have you also having a side gig that's that same job that's your business where you're all obviously interest. Jack didn't see how it could be a conflict of interest. But nonetheless, they were done. They were done talking with him. And like I've said before, I may be off a little bit on the Pioneer or whatever, but the overwhelming crux of the story is accurate. The Postal Service got several attorneys involved. They wanted to dive into what they thought was a conflict of interest. All the postal attorneys agreed that it was a conflict of interest. And later down the road, they decided to investigate everything that he had done as far as establishing his meeting, establishing his business. They were trying to decide if maybe Jack knowingly was trying to, I don't know, pull a fast one or something. Did Jack know that that there would be a conflict of interest or not? And so they had the Office of Inspector General come in and they interviewed Jack, and they were just trying to get some facts. There was no, as best as I know, there was no efforts made to discipline Jack, or I don't even know if that was even the reason for the interviews. I think they were just trying to get all the facts, dates and times that websites were created, and dates and times he had emailed and messaged people to have meetings. And so Jack's sort of drama started after that. Now, I can tell you, matter of fact, remember what I said in the first episode? The one thing that stood out to me was Jack saying that he couldn't come to work. He just struggled with the idea of coming to work because he wanted to work on his programmed. He wanted to work on writing a book and all this other stuff. That's what he told me personally. That is a fact. He also told people that he worked with in Spokane that if the Postal Service didn't come forward with an offer for him by June 1st of that year, 2018, that he was going to quit because he just could not concentrate on work while he was trying to proceed with his life coach mindfulness programs. He just couldn't do them both. He was so consumed by thinking. I get it. I understand how that happens because it happens to me all the time for various reasons. I mean, how many times have you woke up in the middle of the night, started thinking about something, couldn't go back to sleep? I get it. So he told a lot of people, I'm leaving June 1st. He told me he didn't want to be at work. And ultimately, that's going to be what causes him to lose a job, is not going to work. And we'll go over that in the next couple of episodes. But something else, obviously, I heard some of the feedback of the first episode. I heard Jack say that I was a selfish pig, and then give me a bunch of platitudes about, being somebody that was a mentor or whatever. And then he said I was a coward because I didn't want to talk with him. And the fact of the matter is I've told him several times why I have no interest in talking to him. He's not absent of why or the knowledge of why. He just refuses to accept it. And that's his problem, not my problem. And I'm not a coward because I don't want to talk to Jack Talcott. The fact of the matter is, and I suppose we'll get into it in probably the last episode, but the fact of the matter is that the things that bound me and Jack where we like to drink, party, and we had this common bond, which was the union. We met at functions, we drink, party, talk about grievances, how to file grievances better, all that stuff. Those things are no longer our common bond. We had no relationship really outside of the union. Like I said, when I went to, to a football game, I invited them down, his kid down, but that was probably the only time we really hooked up that wasn't union related in the years we knew each other. So I am, and I'll tell you now, because I heard Jack tonight on a chat with the LCJC lady, and Snaps was on the chat, and Jack tried to point out the fact that I am not a believer, and I suspect that was his.
Much worse. So me and you got two different viewpoints on that. Why would you go out of your way to talk about somebody if you like them? That's what
And
Well,
there we have it. I think he was worried, not really worried, but I think he just wanted to make it clear that, he doesn't follow a religion. And
he's not a follower. He says he doesn't believe.
He just does his own thing, and he's just telling the story about Jack and his time working with him, and how things transpired. Probably because he's hearing on Jack's channel a different narrative. Who knows? But he clearly likes Jack. He's not. I mean, he could have made things sound much worse.
So me and you got two different viewpoints on that. Why would you go out of your way to talk about somebody if you like them? That's what I mean, that's how I see it. Like, why
is that viewpoint? I'm just repeating what he said.
I know, but I mean, like, okay, well, what I mean is, why is he doing this?
I have no idea. Just to expose him.
Yeah, if you like somebody, you don't expose someone. That you don't do that. If you have respect for somebody, like, I would not do that to you. I wouldn't, because I'm not that type of person. I just wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't, criticize somebody if they wanted to, like in my situation, when I was going to marry somebody of a different faith, religion. Like, I wouldn't do that to somebody because I think it's wrong. However, some people think that's okay to do. I think people that make videos exposing people and then like saying that or acting like they like somebody, that's hypocrisy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that to Snaps, would you?
No. I mean,
could you picture me doing that to Snaps?
No.
Like, Snaps, you and Snaps are my best friends. Seriously. Like, I don't have anyone else. But you and him are all I have. Because you picture me teaming up with Adam Marfugel and doing a hit piece on you.
Yeah, that would be hurtful.
See?
As I'm sure when I started exposing Marfugel, I'm sure it was hurtful to him because I don't think he ever thought that I would expose him. But I never thought that he would do the things that he did behind my back.
No, exactly. And I never thought that he would lie and say, oh, I called and checked on Gordon. I called and checked on him when he was in the hospital, knowing he didn't because I had the phone with me because he was in surgery.
Yeah. Well, maybe through these videos, maybe we'll find out more and, as to why he's doing it.
I hope so. I mean, because
I think Snaps reached out to him and asked him to do an interview with him or something, or asked him questions, and that's why he decided to do the tapes. I don't know.
Yeah, but there has to be a lot to the whole Talcott thing. I just don't know. So
yeah, and then Margot coming up last night. I mean, there's obviously stuff to be said.
what is it that Snap says? The optics are high.
The optics are high. Yeah. Yeah.
So I have no idea. But I mean, y'all don't forget to thumbs up the channel now.
Yeah, and I went over and visited Mystic's channel for a second, and she has somebody on there that's saying that I missed an opportunity to tell you that it was wrong what you were doing, and like,
but you don't do that.
They think the only time we talk is when we're on here. Like we don't talk on the phone. You know, like we don't. I don't know. They didn't.
We talk all the time.
I know.
Like we're not going to talk about everything that we talk about. I mean, if that was the case, we'd have, you know, what, at least 8 hours of stream time every day.
Yeah. I mean, I explained to you, you know, that Muslims believe that Jesus was a prophet, not the Messiah. So you're not a stupid woman. You're going to do what you're going to do. I'm not going to sit here and bash over the head and tell you, no, don't.
And what did you tell Snaps? You said, just wait, something's going to happen, and they're going to go at it.
Yeah, I said, just let life play out. It's not going to work. I mean, I felt it was too soon, but I'm not going to destroy what happiness you're going through at the moment when, you know, let it play out. But I don't know. People like to judge, and they're over there on Mystic's channel saying, why didn't I say anything? They don't know what I've said to you and what I haven't said to you.
It's because we didn't broadcast it like they're broadcasting everything.
Yeah, some things they don't know.
I feel like I feel like the popular girl.
I know some things they don't know how to keep private. They, you know, like there's so much about me that people, you know, it's none of their business.
I'm so glad that people like to talk about me.
I know, right? Look at you, center of attention.
I know. Even though I'm like really upset and devastated that I ended things. So, yeah.
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 Well, there's someone better out there for you.
Yeah, maybe. I'm kind of difficult, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have no intentions of finding anybody anytime soon.
I do though.
Yeah, I know you do.
I'm still young.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want somebody that I can yell at.
Yeah. I mean, I'll never find another Charlie, and I won't settle for less.
Yeah, I think that's my thing. I like being spoiled. I was spoiled.
So was I.
He opened my car door. He always got me flowers. I haven't gotten flowers. No candy, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm missing being spoiled.
Well, Miley Cyrus says I can buy myself flowers. You know,
Yeah, Miley Cyrus isn't
keeping an eye on
I
you.
know. Those are the new wave girls.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Absolutely not.
I have never said that I was one of those, what is it, the liberal women where you don't need a man. No, I want a man.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a man to yell at in the mornings.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
No, it's
I
nice
never
to
put
have
gas in my
sex
car.
the morning.
I didn't have to do that
Yell
either.
at? No, you know what I was thinking about this morning? I like having sex in the morning before I crawl out of bed. You know, when you're just waking up. Not yell at a man in the mornings. Holy fuck. No wonder you're going to have a problem. Just saying. I was thinking the opposite because I had to take care of myself this morning before I got up to get myself out of the bed. If you really want to know. Yo.
No.
I mean, I was spoiled. I have to admit, I was.
So am
very
I. I'm spoiled.
If I had trouble with the vacuum cleaner, I mean, it was like.
Oh, I hated the vacuum cleaner. I ended up taking it out back and shooting it.
Yeah, I threw mine when he died. I threw mine across the living room floor because I couldn't unplug it. And I mean, he would just come over and say, "Let me have it." He'd take it, fix it. Here you go. I mean, he can do anything, you know. And I was very spoiled, so I'll never find anybody like him. I don't think So
Yeah, he came home and I was yelling and screaming. It was abyssal. And I said, I hate this vacuum cleaner. I took it out back and I took out my 12 gauge and I.
Oh, I didn't do that. I just
Awesome.
threw it against the wall.
That's badass.
No, I shot it. I shot it and saw it just go. She just exploded. And I go back inside and I go, I feel so much better now. And he looked at me like,
recorded it.
He goes,
And
what
put
kind of
it on
vacuum cleaner would you
YouTube.
like? I said, I want a shark. And I
Yeah.
got one of the first sharks that they ever made. It was when him and I first got together.
I
And
had
the
a
shark was
shark
like,
too.
it was expensive because I was like, well, I want to wait. I was like, I'll wait. I'll save up and I'll get one. And no, he's like, no, you go and get one right now. He said, because obviously you need a good vacuum cleaner. That was the best vacuum cleaner I ever bought. Was the original Shark Navigator.
Oh wow.
I put that
That's
vacuum
sick.
cleaner through hell.
Oh wow.
It picked up nuts, bolts, screws, pennies,
Ah.
rocks. I mean, that thing it picked up everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
Chad Carr
used the
is on. Hold on.
Who you are and what project you've been working on for the last 2 years. And
Yeah.
by the way, Chad, thanks for showing up. And I wanted Lena and Kitty to get a smile on their face, so I figured I'd pull a
Right on.
move. This is what I mean
Right
by
on.
magic. What's the move? But go ahead, Chad.
Right
Let
on.
everyone know who you are,
I know
what you do on YouTube, and your mission to the
Chad, I
people.
was telling you guys.
All right. Well, I'm
Yeah, I'm
Chad
pulling a shower
Carr.
right now, Lena.
I'm Chad Carr. I'm an Iraq war veteran, combat veteran. What I do is I basically have been working on this series for like 2 straight years now. It's been a lot of work with the animations or the illustrations that go with it, the map making, the unit placement, the actual like specific units I got to look up. I had like a whole massive PDF file of all these different units on my old phone. It's broken now, but I mean, thank God I got all the information I needed to make this stuff, and it's just taken so long to do all this. So it's now on my 2nd year of it, and now I only got 2 campaigns left with all the different battles that go with them, and working on the Beaumont Port Arthur one right now, and it's a lot of work. I'm just trying to film
Okay.
it can take an entire day sometimes because you have to do retakes if you do something wrong. You know.
Hey, you want to tell people what your MOS was as well? And then also, Lena, I dropped the channel in the backstage, and Chad probably could lead you through, like, if there's a video he wants to show you or whatever, and his series. But I'm gonna let you girls handle it. Chad, much love, bro. Get a hold of me when you can, and everyone go check out Chad Carr's series. It's very important because the world stage is being set, and he knows what China and
It's
some of these other
biblical.
countries
It's also biblical. This exact thing is going to happen. It's in the Word. It's in Jeremiah. It's in a bunch of other books too. This is described basically to the letter what I'm depicting, but I'm showing it with real life things. You know that how it would work in real life with 4th generation warfare doctrines. That's an absolutely real doctrine that was developed by the Chinese People's Liberation Army. And there's a lot of documentation on it that can be read. It's all out there. It's public information. I mean, I just did a lot of research. I mean, I'm an amateur researcher and, military analyst. I mean, it's been my whole life pretty much. It's been my career. It's been my life. I mean, it's been my interest. And, I just study all this stuff. I mean, and all the geopolitical developments and how they affect and how they how they corroborate all the military developments that go along with it, and how everything is being set up for this to happen, and how it's already basically in motion for the most part. I mean, this is not, it's not a joke. I mean, it's very, very serious. I mean, we're very vulnerable, and we're really in a more dangerous time than ever before, and people don't even understand that. And what I mean by that is that certain things that are being done, if they start to affect the interests of China, like with this whole, deportation thing, if they start to affect the Trojan shock armies who are placed throughout the country, then they're probably going to set their plan into motion. What I mean by that is if they're trying to effectively, remove some of these, Chinese agents and Trojan shock troops, which are actual PLA soldiers and paramilitary forces, as well as also Russian troops that are embedded here and other foreign troops, it's probably going to cause them to set their plan into motion. And we're entering very, very dangerous times, and people don't even realize it. So, it's something to watch, something to pay very close attention to, because all the warmongering going on is giving our enemies a casus belli to go ahead and wipe us off the map. and they have the conventional forces to do it. They're very powerful. People don't understand the power of China. They just don't get it. We're talking about a nation of over 1.4 billion people. They have the largest skilled labor force in the entire world. They have the largest industrial base in the entire world, including military industry. They have the capability, and this is not a joke, they have the capability to produce 4,000 cruise missiles a week if they're running on all cylinders, like in an actual war situation. Just Norinco is one subsidiary of the Chinese defense industry. Guess what? They have 600 military manufacturing plants that are 1.5 million square feet or larger of production floor space. That is massive. And a lot of this industry really began to grow in different phases, because back in the 60s to the early 80s, there was a program called the Third Front Program. And what that was China started making underground factories. They started multiplying their different factories. Like, instead of having like one tank factory, they made multiple tank factories, and they spread them throughout their country. I mean, they started doing this in earnest from starting in the 60s to the 80s. And then they had another phase from the late 90s to the mid 2010s, when all these extra massive factories started to come online, and now they have even more production capacity than they've ever had before. Their shipyards, their shipyards alone, this is crazy, they produce 232 times the ships that we produce, and that's not a joke. That's real. They have that capacity. They basically, in a wartime situation, we're talking about peacetime right now, and their production's still huge in peacetime. But if it's a wartime situation, think America in World War II, what we were able to produce and how much we produced. Double that, and that's China. Double that. That's not a joke. It's very serious. Russia is outproducing us, and they're not even China size. They're outproducing us in artillery shells and vehicles. They're not a joke either, but they're not China size. China is just a giant. They're like a behemoth. Like, they're huge. They're not to be taken lightly. And they do have designs on colonizing us because they want our food production. They want our arable farmland. They don't want to necessarily nuke us. They can take us conventionally if they want to. They can use their military forces to just come in and take us. And, we're set up for it to happen, because all of these years of them infiltrating and subverting us and, buying up properties where they can store their units. I'm talking real, actual military units. If you think about all the ports they've owned, think about all the weapons and logistics over the course of 20 years they were able to smuggle in. I mean, they own ports in Texas on the West Coast, like Long Beach, which is our biggest West Coast port. Think about at nighttime, they can have CCP friendly or actual Chinese truck drivers that have trucking companies here tarp up their vehicles over the course of years and drive them into these farms and other places they own and store them in barns or underneath these, those greenhouses. They could have rows of those greenhouses they could store vehicles in and put green tarp over them so you can't see from the air what's actually in there. I mean, I show a lot of this in my series, how this all works mechanically, from a mechanical, rational, logical standpoint, how it all comes together. If people really pay attention to the series, it's very long, but if people can sit through even just one of the battles, which consists of multiple 1-hour videos, roughly, give or take, if people can sit through it and really soak in what they're watching and pay close attention to the actual mechanics of it, they'll get an understanding for fourth generation warfare doctrines and what it entails and how it works. You have these Trojan units placed all throughout the country in strategic locations so that when they take out our satellites with their hard kill anti-satellite weapons, like their Dongnang 2s, Dongnang 3s, or the Russians have their S-500, there's other systems too. When they use these hard kill anti-satellite weapons to knock out our satellites, how are we going to see anything with ISR capabilities, which is intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance? You can't see anything when your satellites are gone. And when they have a cyber attack, completely remove it, because we have everything in this country connected to the internet, right? Our power grid, our water treatment, everything is connected to the internet, and anything connected to the internet can be hacked. So when it's hacked and taken offline, because they can do that, you're not going to have telecom, you're not going to have lights, you're not going to have running water, you're not going to have anything working. Military networks will be hacked because they connect to the internet as well. So they're going to be shut down. So now they have no military communications. They already hacked solar winds, and most people probably forgot about that. That has to do with our nuclear arsenal. So they've compromised our nuclear arsenal. So there's no telling what they can do with that. Probably shut that down as well, I would imagine. So, I mean, they have all of these capabilities to just switch us off. And when we're off and people don't have any idea what's going on, and people in America are not prepared to fight back against something like this because, for one thing, they're not organized, they're not coordinated, they don't have any logistics for long-term operations. Logistics means everything. I mean, how are a bunch of militia people that don't even have stockpiles of ammunition to last, because, I mean, you burn through ammunition quick in a high-intensity conflict. So, I mean, people think they're going to fight off the Chinese at their mailbox. That's a fantasy. It can't happen. It won't happen because people are not going to be able to communicate. They're not going to be able to get organized. They don't have the logistics to do it. It's going to be very nasty, and people are not ready for that type of thing at all.
Well, it's interesting, Chad. Chad's a good friend here. We're going to get him on the main channel to do an interview soon. I've been telling him we need to. When he talked about data collection, Chad knows firsthand about some of the Oracle data collection, Marfugal. But see, look at these drawings. He goes into detail of theoretical situations within the mainland here in the United States of what could happen. For instance, like you said, hiding militarized vehicles on farmland. Now, Kitty, you live out in farmland where it's just flat as shit, farms everywhere. So do you live out in the boonies too.
Yeah,
imagine the shit that they're important here in the United States that we don't know about. That is set up for the shit that Chad's going into, and it's real. It's 100% real. So
That's what I'm trying to say. It's also
well, hey, Chad. Aside from that, the girls probably want to know how you've been doing. How you been doing, Chad?
You've been gone.
Oh wow! Now I got.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been busy. I've had some stuff, some personal family stuff go on. I mean, I've been busy too. Yeah.
I'm in a danger zone. We've been
doing
infiltrated
what I
all
do,
around
you know.
here. Like
So-
there's a lot going on since last year. The Chinese are really infiltrating us here.
You're broken
Oh,
up.
I was going to say, good to see you all out there.
You're broken.
I was just gonna. It's all right. I'm gonna get going. We'll see you later.
Something's gonna happen.
I was good seeing you, Chad.
This
put
is
some in the back.
They warned me. They all warned
You
me.
too.
Come
Alex,
back up anytime.
but I need to get out of Atlanta. I'm seeing it. Something's not right here. This,
Well, what a shame.
and what I see what they're
Chad.
gonna do too.
I know. It's so good to see him. I haven't seen him forever.
He said, "Bye. Good seeing you all. Be blessed."
Oh,
Stop.
you take care of yourself, Chad.
I
Come
like
back up
Chad.
anytime. Yeah,
He
a
sometimes
sweetheart.
has
Yeah,
one.
he's really sweet. I like him.
He gets his
very, very
actions are
knowledgeable person.
I think I may like him more than Snaps. I'm kidding.
I'd want to be in his foxhole because the guy knows his stuff.
I know.
Sure.
He's sweet. He's
Yeah.
sweet. Snaps will yell at you, and Chad's just
Oh,
really
is
nice.
he
He's a
trying
really
to
sweet person.
work them two
Yeah.
together?
No.
Effers throttled his voice. What does that mean?
He said they were trying to stop him from talking.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Oh,
they've been doing that for years.
They probably don't want him talking to nobody.
Yeah, so
I've had him on
they
my panel
there's a lot of people, and I believe that too. That if you're trying to tell someone something, that they can distort when
Mhm.
you're talking, or they'll find a way to
do
disrupt
that
the
to me
message
all the
going
time.
through.
Yeah.
They'll find
For
some way
years.
to make it to where that person can't communicate.
Yes, it happens in my life
And that's
for the last 8 months,
Daily
9
updates
months.
was
All kinds of shit happened to me for 6 years.
insinuating. Is that that's
Okay.
what the throttled voice was sounding like?
Yeah, Chad is
Even
very
Garfield
knowledgeable with
irritated. Mhm.
the other countries. And, when I hear people say, oh, we're the best, military force in the world. And I remember Chad telling me stuff. I'd be like, no, we're not.
Yeah. Wild Country. My husband, may he rest in peace. He was big into that. He didn't really talk about it too much, and I didn't even want to know. Like, I just said, "What are you doing?" I don't want to know, and I just walked away. But you could probably ask Snaps. He did all kinds of research on the communication trying to be halted, and him and I actually, like, he had a way, like, we had a plan, like, if something happened and I couldn't get a hold of him or he couldn't contact me, the plan was, you stay at work until it is safe for you to leave, and then you get in that car and you drive and you do not stop until you get home. He said, and if you can't leave, I will come for you. So, I mean, he really did believe that it was coming down to the point where communications were going to be halted. So that's something people may want to think about, is having a plan. If you can't get a hold of someone that you're married to or in a relationship with, is what's going to happen if you can't get a hold of that person and you don't have a backup means of communication.
Yeah, Randy and I talked about
walkie-talkies, CB radio. These are things that
not worried about it.
That needs to be thought of.
Not worried.
Scanners, radio scanners.
Yeah.
Learning what the codes mean. Vlad was really into learning all of that.
Like that.
So
you won't need to do that.
Yeah, we have ham radios. I've got 15 sets of
He's got my hair.
Motorola radios. For anybody coming here, we've got, I mean, yeah, we were pretty good to go. We got a lot of, yeah. But we were always, once we moved out here, we were always together. So there was never a, unless he went to the store without me or something like that. But I thought we would keep, you know, supplies, a bag of supplies in the truck. So if he got stranded or something, you know, and at the grocery store, because everything here is, you know, 17 miles or more away.
Yeah, well, it's 10 miles from me, 10 miles one way. So it takes me about 15 minutes to get to town. And I was coming home from the VA when I worked up there, and I got stuck on the side of the road. It was a whiteout, and I couldn't see to drive. I had nothing with me. I mean, we had just moved here. Well, no, we had just moved here to this property here.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I have a sleeping bag, a pillow. I have a food in a glass canister now. You know, peanuts, crackers, peanut butter, a can of Venus sauce. I mean, like, whatever I can think of that'll get me through, I have it in there. And I was stuck there for about 12 hours.
Wow. Until
I could get through. Wild Country, yeah, he was very smart. He was very intelligent. I didn't have to worry about anything breaking. If it broke, he knew how to fix it. He could have been an engineer. He could have done anything. He was very, very intelligent, very mechanically inclined. He could fix anything. He could, and if he didn't have what he needed, he could make something work. That was the thing people didn't realize about my husband, was if he didn't have it, he could just go out to the shed and find it. Oh, he used to get so mad at me because I'd say, "Why are you keeping this? Can we throw this away, please?" And 3 years down the road, he'd be like, "Do you remember you said you wanted to throw this away?"
Yeah, they got a reason for keeping everything.
He kept everything. And eventually he would use it for something, which would irritate me to no end. But yeah, he could fix anything. He could make anything.
And when he started to get sick, it took a toll on me because I saw him not being able to do things. Jericho hit a deer in his car and he busted the headlight out, and Vlad went out there and helped him fix it. He went out there and he found a way to fix it. If he didn't want to do mechanic work, he could have been a body repairman. I mean, for the cars, it was amazing what he could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I remember
radios. He always wanted to get one of those, and we never got one. I even told him, I was like, I want to get a ham radio. He goes, like, yeah, we're gonna get one, and he never got me one. So there's something for me to be mad at him about.
Yeah. I know when we first moved here, I was, making all my own stuff from scratch and everything. I was making my own cheese, and I told him I need a cheese press, and he goes, "What's that?" I showed it to him online. Do
you have one?
Yeah. Well, he made me too. I said, I want that. I want you to make it because I'm not paying no $300. And he made me
a lot of money.
They were perfect. They were amazing. He did such a good job. I mean, he was one of those guys. I'd point to something. I want that. Make it. Okay. And he'd figure it out, Yeah.
Yes. I told him that I wanted a what, baby? Okay, take your dad's controller. Jericho's taking something. I don't know. It's over there somewhere. You may want to turn the light on to find it. And I told him, I said that I wanted a pasta maker. Where you like make the dough and you roll it out and you put it in there with the press. Yeah, he was supposed to make me one of those, but he ended up passing away before he could do that. But I have always wanted one of those to make pasta with. I have always wanted one, and a bread maker because I love bread.
A bread maker.
And I've always wanted to make my own pasta.
I want to make my own bread.
So
yeah,
and a bread maker.
Yeah, those pasta makers are pretty fun.
Yep.
I want to make pasta.
Yep, and a bread maker. He's like, oh yeah. He goes, I'm gonna get you a bread maker, but I never got one.
You don't need a bread maker. You just need an oven. You don't even need an oven. You could do it in a stew pot.
So you're right, but I'm lazy, and I want a bread maker. Because I'm not going to be opening up that oven and checking it to make sure that it's rising and there's enough humidity. We have no humidity out here, Lena.
Yeah, same here.
Did you find it? Did I move it? That's it, right?
No, that's PS2.
Well, it's here. It's here because I didn't get rid of it. It's here somewhere. Okay. He's looking for a controller that his dad had, and he's. Because it's for a computer, and he's trying to find it because Vlad had computer controllers because he was a computer gamer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Jericho's a computer gamer. So he's just like his dad.
Oh, okay.
He goes, I know he had one. Where is it? I don't know. I have no idea. Just go over there and look for it on the thing. It's on the nightstand somewhere. Just look for it. So, but no, you're right. I could use an oven. But I want a bread maker because it makes the bread perfectly, just right.
Yeah.
And my friend has one, and she showed it to me.
I'd like to get one just to try it.
Yeah. See, I'd like to get one just to try it.
Yeah.
In my tiny house, but I have no room for anything. But I'll make room for a bread maker and a pasta maker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make
it
pasta so much better.
Yeah, I make bread in a cast iron stock pot, like a stew pot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they come out pretty good.
I
wish that I had the cast iron skillet set. I have the Dutch oven pot, and then I have the big skillet. And I wish I could. I want to get the other pieces to it.
I find them at secondhand stores and stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't even thought about looking there.
Yeah.
I may go tomorrow and look.
That's where I've found. I've got, I don't know, maybe 10 of them, because like I'll make pot pies, and I have the little small cast iron fry pan. They're like 6 inches, and I'll make pot pies, and I'll make us each one in those. That way I could just stick the whole cast iron in the oven.
Can y'all give me 1 second so I can help him find this controller?
Yeah, actually, yeah, go ahead.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
He's just trying to find it. He's lost.
Go ahead. So what'd y'all think about that? About Chad coming up. That was a awesome surprise. Exciting. Haven't heard from him in such a long time. I'm glad to see he's still doing his videos and stuff, and he's so knowledgeable, y'all. I mean, I've sat and talked to him for hours, and oh my goodness, this information that he has in his head is just amazing. A very smart man. He's someone that if you had military on your property for defense, you want him with you. Yeah. But yeah, I thought I don't know, tonight Talcott video.
Chad, yes.
I expected more, but I guess it was good. It did have more information, but I can't wait to hear the audio tape snaps in the part 3. That'll be interesting to listen to. So, well, we've been on here for an hour and a half, so I think we'll
good night
make tonight a short night.
Yeah. Let's all wrap it up.
That was up till 4:30 last night, y'all. So,
Sounds
and I didn't
good. I'm tired too.
take a nap all day today because I had to go run errands and stuff.
Let's
So
wrap it up.
I think we're gonna go ahead and call it quits, Kitty. Hold on.
Tell him why you were up until 4.
Oh,
somebody had me up till 4:30.
Yeah, someone had me up all night freaking the fuck out. Jericho, your mom is saved. Hallelujah.
You told me everything I know.
Hey, did you check? Your dad had like 3 of that black and white controller. Your dad was good at gaming, man.
I'm looking for a USB.
He's looking for a USB controller, and I just think Vlad's hiding it.
Yeah, he definitely probably hid it.
No, like we saw it the other day, and now it's gone.
Oh, you got little trolls moving shit around in your house.
I've been using this one.
What game have you been playing, Jericho? What game are you getting down on right now?
Destiny.
That's a big ass controller. That's pretty fat. It's a fat controller.
Are you fat as in PHAT or fat as in FAT?
Both, because it's still a gamer controller. So both. It's fat and fat. Like fatty fat.
Listen,
By the way, Chad wanted me to tell you girls he is going to talk to you guys when he gets the time, blah, blah, blah. I just want to do a little surprise for you, too. It's good seeing him, though, Chad.
Yeah.
Lena.
Hadn't seen Chad in a while.
Why? You know what? You
this
shouldn't have been up until 4. You should have let Lena sleep, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, he's freaking out over the jihad.
Yeah, I'm freaking out over the jihad, the fucking, the wedding, the fucking.
I broke up with him. Him and I got into it today.
I know, but you kept me up all night.
Over the kids.
I was up all night.
I put the scarlet letter on my bodice now since I'm not allowed to, move forward with my life.
Oh, shut up. With your life. Shut up. All right, you know what? How about this? We're gonna let's move. We should do a goal for Kitty since she's not moving forward in life. We should like pick 3 things to send Kitty on an adventure. 1, send her out skydiving. 2, send her out do scuba diving. Or 3, something else that you guys pick.
No, I'm like a black person. Seriously.
You won't get your ass in the plane and jump out if it's paid for?
Nope.
I wouldn't.
Nope.
That's the point. It's called content.
No,
I
some
think we
people
would all
fly.
love to see Kitty flying out of a plane.
Nope.
Jericho, don't tell me you wouldn't want to see your mom flying out of a plane.
Hell no.
She'd be attached to someone.
Despite us
You'd be
living in
attached to
mountains-
someone, Kitty.
No.
You said you need that attachment. You'd be attached to someone.
I'm not getting in the water where sharks are going to eat me. No.
Okay.
Despite us living.
Lena, you wouldn't either, huh?
Hell no.
Jericho,
Hell no.
stop.
Oh, what were you saying, Jericho?
Despite us living in the mountains, we're probably worse with heights than you are.
That's true. But remember, I grew up in Colorado as well, and other states, West Coast, all over. So, yes, it's true. You know what? I hate how Colorado's turning. I hate how Arizona's turning.
Yes.
I hate how a lot of these states are turning lately.
Terrible.
Yep.
Hey, Lena, I was looking at the Gordon Ramsay clone video you sent me. Very
Wow,
interesting.
That's creepy.
What? There's a there's
All
a clone
clones,
video?
y'all. They're
What?
all clones.
Well,
they're all-
okay, Eminem. There's a lot of clones. Oprah. Like people have the Biden shit. Like the clone thing is
listen.
real, but
Real truth. You have fun with that, okay? Because
It's
not
weird.
doing it. I'm not.
no,
crazy.
it's weird. No, it's you don't have. Okay, you know how many? You know how much foot? Do you know that cloning is like a big thing? Did you know? Like, so is like making animal human hybrids. Like our government actually made a law like last year saying we cannot make animal hybrids here in the mainland. That's why there's offshore islands everywhere. They do all these crazy ass projects.
God is going
It's
to
real
be
shit.
very, very mad when he comes back. Real Truth said, I'll skydive over the deep ocean. That's what I was talking about. I said, well, you go on with your bad self.
Well, Real Truth got the cojones, I guess.
Yeah,
but what are you gonna do when
know
you
who
get
that
to
is.
the ocean?
Truth.
I said I'd pay for you
I
to
know.
jump out of a plane, not for recovery and fucking, that's like a whole recovery and getting the National Guard involved or some shit. Hey, this guy just jumped a plane over the ocean. We gotta go get him.
Chad. We're gonna call Chad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Get Chad.
put up a-
Get him in one of those dummies, Oh wait, he's not Navy. He'd give me shit. He'd be like, motherfucker, you know I'm not Navy. Oh man, speaking of people freaking the fuck out, holy crap! I saw Road to Prison freak out recently, spitting at the camera.
Whoa, what was he mad about?
Oh, he's back at it again. He thinks I swatted him. He thinks I called a welfare check on him. Wasn't me. He's starting shit online again. Remember, he targeted Shannon with the Marfugo. He covered up veteran charity fraud. All you guys out there, Bad Apple Media, Road to Prison, he covered up veteran charity fraud. He had audio of Adam and Dex talking about data collecting and all this other shit.
Oh yeah.
And he wouldn't. But Dex paid him off the night he was supposed to go live and show everyone the audio. You remember that shit, Katie? Remember we were all set for the live? Vlad was talking to me, and then Road never showed up. Yeah, because Dex called him and paid him off. But anyways, Road's been trying to do streams. He actually did a stream 3 days ago trying to talk about Pogo. So he's like trying to get on a clout grift or anything. But
Of course.
I'll send you the video private because I don't
Yeah,
even want to
that's
give that
just
piece of
bad
shit any
fucking
clout.
news. He's
But
fucking
dude, the guy's freaking the fuck out, spitting at the camera, yelling, cussing me, cussing even Sean. And Sean has nothing to do with this for years. He's just stuck in his head. But man, karma's a bitch, isn't it, for some of these people online? That's all I gotta say.
Hey, I'm the popular girl. Everybody wants to talk about
Optics
me.
are high.
Well, that's because you be doing some weird shit lately, and you're not a public figure online now. You always been, but damn.
Come on, you were gonna wear a jihad for goodness sake.
So what?
That's got me on the
Now
phone.
you're up there talking, and you didn't say
4:30
anything
in the
yesterday.
morning.
What's up
I'm
with that,
telling
huh?
him. 4:30 in the
What's
morning.
up?
I'm telling him, just let it play out. It's gonna be okay.
Snaps,
If
do you
he's
love
not
me?
gonna marry him.
Yeah, that's why I yelled at you.
Do you love me? You should come down here and see me.
I do need to get out. I need to see Lena. I need to see you. there's a lot of things I need to get done, but we're working on some things, and that's what I said. I still think to this day, like Vlad's last road trip was out here with me. Me and Vlad went cruising in the Mustang.
It was.
Yeah,
That
it was his last road trip ever. We had a good time though.
After that, did he?
No.
Yeah, he didn't go anywhere after that.
No, I mean I kind of figured it was his thing. What is this? Oh, there's my boy. That's like my wingman right there. Katie, when I go get, that's my wingman, see? You need a wingman like that, Katie. Like him. If you find wingmans like that, you're coming home with something. You're good, Katie. Watch. That's how I do
I
it.
can't come home with anything. Y'all already branded me as a whore.
Not you, me. I'm a whore.
They all look like him.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know how to mute.
Holy crap! Look at that.
Yeah, they're all his clothes.
That does right. Pause it again. That last one looked a lot. A nightclub full of Gordon Ramsays. That's funny. They even got the Asian Gordon Ramsay going on.
Could you imagine if there was a nightclub full of me?
Oh my god, that'd be the hell
Look at that snout.
That'd be a night in hell. How can we deal with more than one? How could we do that, Lena?
Oh shit!
How could we deal with more than one kitty?
Oh God, help
Brand
us
them
all.
all as the outcast and scarlet letter.
I prefer the one kitty, the real kitty.
The real kitty. How long ago?
Look at that.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Now look at their hair.
I know the hair. Or is that a woman?
Okay, I can't
That's
watch
my
the
boy.
Look at that.
Dude, I want to party with that guy.
Is that
Look
a
at
guy
that makes me
or is
feel
it
like
a
I should be
female?
partying
It's
with that guy.
questionable.
I feel
Doesn't
like
look like a guy.
he
to
would
me.
just destroy you.
Oh my gosh. How?
Looks like a.
We're not
ugly
talking
one.
sexual. What the hell was that haircut?
And that looks like a chick too. Wants to be in there.
Oh my goodness.
These are a bunch
What
of
the hell are we watching?
Yeah, this is a bunch of trans.
That guy I found.
Lena.
Shit. Why are you watching this?
What is this?
Rain
What are
Hat.
you?
This is
What am I looking
Rain
at?
Hat.
It's called Scoops
at his
TV.
Yeah,
Scoops,
this
it's
is
an
the
app.
shit you were promoting.
No, I'm talking about the dude. Yeah, that
He
thing.
said, "Oh, this channel's so good.
Oh.
I see all kinds of shit."
Oh lordy, Lord. You know how the other night you said you were praying? I feel like I need to pray.
Oh, you do.
We need to do something.
See?
I know. Well, hey, you two did an amazing job. Good show. It's already going on 1 hour,
Out, huh?
45 minutes. Yeah, bounce it. Lena knows what time it is. She knows how the game is. She actually, Lena, I'm usually less on the panel, huh?
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, I come in and out.
You know what? I was upset that you were up till 4:30 yelling at Lena.
No,
I wasn't really
I
yelling
don't-
at me.
You
I
get
was
no
trying to-
sleep.
I was trying to let him know.
I did not. I was like, dude, I was so fucked. I was like, I have to process this whole thing. The Muslim thing, the wedding thing, the kitty Princess Diary thing.
Literally going to marry
Like the whole thing had me like fuckered.
and he just texted me now.
Let's talk to him. Call him live on air.
I'm not calling him. I don't want
Why?
to do
You're in a
that.
one-party state. I know the laws.
Huh?
Say, hey, you're live on LCJC family.
So you want to know what the final straw was?
The kids?
That, and he didn't want me to have any social media accounts at all.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So wait, what did he exactly say about the kids?
Total control.
What exactly did he say?
Like
there was like
infiltrated your
We'll
ass.
find it when we're done. I thought it was in one of those drawers. I thought I had put it in there. He had mentioned that Susie was going to have a car, but that Jericho was a man and he could walk. And I said, "You're not going to come in here and tell me what to do with my kids."
What? He said Jericho could walk?
Yeah.
Jericho should have said, "Fuck that, homie."
Well, Jericho,
like, are you serious?
Jericho didn't know this was going on.
She told me.
Oh, so he was trying to have a conversation about you raising the kids without the kids there. I see what's going on. Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
I said, "No." I said, "I
And what's funny is they're almost adults. They basically are adults now, Susie and Jericho.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
is just because your children reach 18, like you don't stop being a parent. And I don't want my
No.
son to leave home. I mean,
Yeah, but
I'm in a vulnerable state right now, like you said, and I think my kids being here helps me a lot. It really does. And,
Oh, of course.
And he said, "Well," he goes, "Susie is the woman, and she needs a vehicle." And I said, "Yeah, but Susie also needs to learn a lesson." I said, "She's the one that let that car run out of oil. She's the one that didn't check it. She's the one that blew that engine." I said, "And she will pay for it. I'm not getting her another car. She's going to fix that one. I had to do the same thing when I was younger. She's going to learn a lesson. She's going to learn because of her mistake." I said, "And you're not going to take from my son." So
he was like telling you how to regulate the kids driving and all that. Now, what about the social media shit?
And
good that she stuck up for
and then I had asked him, I was like, "Yeah," I said, "and you had mentioned social media, like you didn't want me on any social media."
Did he know that Vlad was a YouTuber?
No, I didn't tell him I didn't tell him that. But I told him, I said,
Oh, you didn't tell him that you were involved in like social media already?
I told him, I said, "I'm a co-host on a YouTube channel." I said, and I do it probably 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a week. I said, I'm a big part of that. I said, I'm very popular.
Okay, we'll let you think that. But no, okay, just kidding. Yeah,
Anyway,
she's very popular. She's
kidding,
a popularist.
But I told him,
No, you're not.
I said, so if we continue and we get married, I said, so what are you saying, that I can't continue on my social media account? Because he said he was moderate, which is okay, you know. And I told him, I said, because like,
well, that's what Tarek and you say.
I said,
I don't think so.
Listen, let me finish. I said, and I'm
Yeah,
okay.
go ahead.
I said, and I'm okay converting, like, and I'm okay with wearing a hijab, like, I'm okay with that.
Go ahead.
Are you done? Are you
Go ahead,
done?
sorry.
You can't even say
I just
it.
threw
Right?
up a little in my mouth when you said that.
You say hijabi. Anyway.
Hijabi? Your hijabi?
It's hijab.
His job?
Hijab.
Hijab.
Anyway.
Okay, well, what did he just? Whoa! So you really broke it up with him? You're claiming?
No, I did.
Okay, so he just texted you though.
Yeah, he was.
What did he?
trying to, like, get me to come
Do you want to tell us? No. What did he say? You don't want to say.
Tell
him. Look at that grin. Look at that grin.
He said, "I'm worried since I haven't heard from you."
Oh,
he
no,
said, "After
he's
all we
going
got
around
through,
me.
this is what you're gonna
fucking
do.
block him.
I
Block
gave
him.
you my heart, planned a future with you.
Oh no,
this is
the same
unfair.
Randy. No, the
What have I done so
controller.
wrong?"
Block his ass like I did. Block him. Oh,
Whoa.
block.
I ended it.
Block.
Whoa.
That guy's a freak show.
The optics
Whoa.
are high.
Problems with this.
Whoa.
You've got
I told you, let it play out, and it'll end itself. Because
I already did.
There's no way Kitty was going to be submissive like that.
She's got problems.
No, and that's what I told. I said, dude, once this guy realizes, like like I get the honeymoon phase, people dating, but like, there's no way Kitty's a controllable. Like, she could be submissive, like to her man. Obviously, we saw with Vlad just how she is as a woman, but like that man was like the things he's like, again, very controllable optics, and to tell another man, to tell Jericho another man, like, hey, this man doesn't need a fucking car. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That to tell another man, whether his sister has one or not, like to just like say, oh, well, he don't need one, but she's like, that's who are you to say that dude doesn't? Jericho may get a job, he may be working one day, he may need to go pick up his mom or sister or whatever the fuck it is, but like that's just crazy.
That's why
That's
Jericho
crazy.
has a car. Do you know how many times I've had to call Jericho and say, "Hey, can you come
Yeah.
pick me up from work? I'm too
I
tired to
do.
drive home."
I do, and that's what I'm saying. That's
No.
just crazy. That's crazy. He would even like that would be even a thought process. Like you would think his thought processes would be like, well, we got to get the kids transportation as well as us, like the family, right? We got to make sure the family.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better because when I mentioned that I co-host with you and Lena or whatever, he was like, "Well," he goes, "No," he said, "because I don't want to share you." And I go, "You serious?"
Whoa! He really said that? Come on.
Yes.
He said he didn't want to share you with people you've known for years.
I called Lena immediately because you didn't answer your phone.
Oh, hell no. Let's call this motherfucker up live on LCJC. Let's call him up.
No, just leave it.
Oh, okay.
It's over with. I blocked him. It's fine.
You didn't.
Oh, okay. You know, I got that. You know, I ran a public records on the dude so I could get his phone number. Just so you know.
Leave it alone.
Okay, I will. Just because you said, I'm just letting the people out there know. When they say I record my conversation, folks, real whistleblower, real journalist, I tell Lena all the time, record that shit. Same with them. Protect yourself and protect the others.
I sent you a recorder, remember?
Yeah, I actually was gonna say if you have a third one, I need to talk to you privately. I'll send you some money.
I've got an
Yeah, because one of the I might have to. We'll talk privately. I'll hook you up too. I'll send you something. But hey, I just want to say,
you have to visit me.
well, that's true. I haven't gone on a vacation since my dreaded one that you both know out in Florida on Valentine's Day.
I'm not her.
I haven't gone out anywhere since that dreaded vacation, which was not dreaded because I knew the optics, but it was funny. It was a interesting time.
Let me finish. Let me finish. When he said that, when he said, "Oh, I don't want to share you," I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "So you?" I said, "So you want me to stop everything that I do?" I said, no friends, no more.
Well,
YouTube,
he literally didn't even know who Lena was, right?
Huh?
You literally said I'm a co-host on social media with certain people, you and Lena, and like the fact that you and Lena and we've all known each other for what, 5+ years now?
It's been
going
more
on
than
5+
5+
years.
years. I mean,
Yeah, we're going on 5+ years. Yeah, and it's like this guy literally said, "Wow, that's kind of crazy."
I said,
Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad your mom's not him in the fucking dress right now? And your mom was so about it. You just barely started talking to her. She wanted to shove you in a Muslim mosque.
I would not do that to Jericho.
Unbelievable.
And all of us, the first thing I heard was, "Oh, Susie's the woman. She gets a job. Jericho's a boy." I went, "I am not a boy. I am 18."
No. Right. I mean, dude, you're taller than him, I bet. I bet Jericho's taller than him, is he?
No.
No, the dude's taller?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say Jericho's a big dude though. Like for real, like
Yeah,
Jericho's a big dude. Okay, so the other guy's pretty okay.
She must
Yeah,
be
I think
how old
he
is
is
this guy, right?
How old is he?
44.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
that's young.
He said Jericho's a boy. A boy who doesn't need a vehicle. What the fuck is that? Like that just it's so lunatic. Because you're right. I can't tell you how many times you tell me Jericho has to pick me up, blah blah, and I'm like, well, I hope the roads are okay, you know, and Jericho at least will drive safe, you know, blah blah. That's just
sure.
incredible.
I'll have Jericho take me to work. I'll be like, hey, take me to work. I'd rather you use my car, blah blah blah, instead of using yours. I mean, it's just, you know, I don't know. And
But by the way, Jericho, we're gonna do a movie night, and we're gonna watch that car movie you brought up in our Discord here in a week or so.
Are you gonna watch?
Yeah, we're gonna. Lena and I working. Lena and I are gonna be working on Discord shit because, by the way, Lena's in there. I'm in there. Katie's in there actually. If you guys want to interact and talk to each other, and even chances to communicate with Lena and Katie or others, join the Discord.
If you all ever want to get a hold of me and just like for me to like contact you right away, instantly, or within like 2 hours, Discord. Like I see.
Yeah.
It. And I'll
Well, that's what I say. That's how the viewers and fans can contact. And I don't even call viewer fan. I call just people because we're whistleblowers. We're just people doing our thing. But our Discord, I used to have a really poppin' Discord, as you two know. But we decided to open it back up this way. It allows you guys to communicate, and other crew and Truthio members communicate and share news stories and so much more. So yeah, I see Kitty up in there all the time. If you want to go in there, you can say hi to her. Lena's in there now too, and I hope to see more people in the Discord providing the Truthio in there.
Listen, after he said that, I said, yeah. I said, you know what, this isn't gonna work. I said, I'm not comfortable continuing this. I said, so we're done.
I'll be damned. Hey, I see Wild's in your chat. How come Wild never comes up on your panel, but he's doing some Truthio videos out there? Wild, why don't you get your booty up here? Come say hi.
He says he's shy.
Are you shy?
Shy my ass. He's putting out some Truthio.
And then I was forced by my parents to be in a choir and to take band and to participate in plays. So I'm not.
One time at band camp?
Yeah, I was the clarinet player. 3 years.
Oh, shut up. See, now I can't even joke on it because you beat me ahead.
3 years.
I was in the band. I played the clarinet and the drums. I was a nerd.
Was the band
clarinet?
Clarinet and drums.
Clarinet.
Was it B flat?
I think
you guys were band nerds.
I was a band nerd.
Me too.
Holy
I
shit.
was in choir from the time I was
trumpet.
8.
He was a trumpet, big trumpet.
And
the real truth played the trumpet.
Yes.
You guys say trumpet and get excited.
The trumpet is probably my favorite instrument.
In high school, I was dating the lead trumpet, and we got in trouble because he wasn't practicing his part. And it came time for him to play. Man, we got yelled at. Both of us got yelled at by the band instructor
because you were making out.
Because we were too busy kissing, and
One time at band camp, as I said.
This kid, he was the trumpet player in the band. He had the most beautiful lips.
Oh my God!
Gosh, I jumped that.
He had birth baby giving hips, right? His hips make you think Get Back to give birth.
Blue eyes and the most beautiful lips I have ever seen. And I would just look at him when he would come into the band room. I'd be like,
that's why.
Wait, do that. Do your purr again at how you like whistle clock these guys. How's that go? Let me hear that again.
He was so beautiful. Oh my.
Oh shit. I'm gonna clip that where Jericho's like doing the head. That's perfect too. Hey, Wild Country shouldn't be shy because Wild Country has been putting out content on his channel, putting his Truthio out. So Wild Country, don't be shy. You should definitely come say hi sometime. And yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. Snaps. band camp
That's
was
the
no
CIA
joke.
right
No,
there.
it was
Really
not.
bring 'em in.
It was not all fun and games.
come
You
on
stood
by.
on a football field
I love
as you had to learn these field show routines in the heat, just standing in position until they got around to your section to move you 5 feet, and then they started again, and it was not fun.
Oh,
No, you know what is funny is I remember like because I did the ROTC shit, you know, blah blah. So we knew the band people on the
Oh, so
field.
you were an
But what's
army
crazy
girl.
is when they do the formations, they make you guys stand like that. Is watching the people pass out. Like all
Yeah,
the
'cause
they all start passing out because their
'Cause they
legs
locked
are
their knees. 'Cause they
yeah,
locked
they
their
lock their knee, and it's crazy because you'll see, like, there's videos out there, you know, like the band members standing for, you know, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, one falls out, the other falls out, the other falls out, and they start dropping like flies.
Yeah,
that was a huge thing in our band. Our band had 240 members, and we were invited to the Rose Bowl parade in Pasadena, California.
Oh wow!
And not one of us dropped out because they trained us. It was a 5-mile march, and they trained or 6-mile march, but they trained us to not lock our knees, and not one of us passed out. All the other bands were dropping like flies.
I believe it. Maybe one of these days we'll have to see if you and Kitty still have it, Lena. I wonder if you two could get some trumpets
I
and
don't
make
play
beautiful
anymore.
music together.
I don't.
You guys can make make a joyful noise unto the Lord.
No.
Let's hear you guys make some beautiful music together.
No, I don't play anymore.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Nothing?
See, Snap.
Would you pick it up and try if you had a trumpet in front of you?
No,
No?
no. I walked by a window and I saw a B flat clarinet, just like the one that I played in high school, and I broke down and I started crying.
Really?
It reminded me of my grandma.
Oh man! Speaking of reminding you, Lena, did you see that young picture of Vlad that Kitty posted on her? I don't know if you could put the picture itself in the
I
background.
can send it to her. I have it.
Send her the picture, not your Facebook or any of that shit. That way you don't.
I know. I'll send it to
Okay,
her.
dude, look at this picture of how young that dude was. It took me a minute to like. At first, I thought it was like one of her family members or so. I was like, "Who is this?" And then I'm like looking in the eyes. And I got goosebumps. I didn't even know.
Right here.
And I knew he rode motorcycles, and I knew he was like, you know, he told me he was a young stud back in the day. Well, I fucking gave him shit, and then now I saw this picture. I got it. Vlad, I love you, bro. I'm eating my words tonight for you. Damn, bro, you were a player. Look at this picture, kid, Lena.
I sent it
like,
to your message.
I did not know that was Vlad at first. It's a good picture. It's a good picture.
Well, you really want to see something creepy? There's a picture of him like my age.
They look the same.
Yeah, we could be twins.
I think I seen that one. He showed me that a long time ago because we were talking about you and the kids, you know, him raising, and he's like, "Look at this." Yeah, you find out one day. That's crazy. Did you find the remote?
No.
Is
No.
Destiny? Are you playing Destiny 1 or Destiny 2?
2.
Okay, I was gonna say Destiny 2 is better than 1.
Yes.
For
it is.
sure. For sure. For sure.
Okay.
I'm mostly just running stuff over.
Real truth, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that I hated the most was the uniform and I didn't like where you had to like buckle the hat and the buckle. I have a nickel allergy, so the buckle would always leave a rash, and it would.
Oh, you were one of those like top to tambourine hats.
Yeah, and I would always get a rash, and it would look like a hickey, but I would get
Because of nickel.
because of the nickel in the buckle, because I'm allergic
Yeah.
to nickel.
Wow.
So I did not. My experience being in the marching band was not fun at all. Did you get it, Lena?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not letting me open it.
Okay, so what do you need me to send it to? Your email?
Maybe.
Big
Yeah.
stank.
I just thought it's one of those goosebump pictures because I knew Vlad.
Hold on. Let me send it to your email.
Jericho, how old were you in that picture? Or Vlad, were you guys the same age in that picture? Like he was the same age as you?
Same
In that picture?
Yeah.
Same age?
He was like 16 or 17 at the time.
Holy crap.
The big stank is here.
The big stank. The stanky big. By the way, great. You guys been killing it last few days. Good stream. Good stuff. We're going to get Chad on the main channel, talk about some of those optics. I was surprised, Lena. Like, it went pretty good.
It's still going. I'm going to send this to you. Hold up. Because you have to see this. And when they see it, they'll freak out.
That's Vlad?
Yes.
That's what I said. It took me a minute to figure, and then the eyes, bro. When I started looking at the eyes, that's when I realized it was Vlad. I was like, "Shut the fuck up! This is Vlad."
Yes.
And again, it just makes you think of like when he used to race motorcycles. You know, when he was younger, about Jericho's age. And again, that picture is creepy. I remember him showing me back in the day, and I thought it was you, dude. I did. The only reason he showed me is because we were talking about you and him. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you want to see?" He said the same exact thing you just said. Want to see something creepy? That's what he told me, Jericho.
Yeah.
Want to see something creepy?
Yeah, he pulled that picture out one day. Mom and I looked at each other and we were like, "What the hell?"
Because he was like his son.
Yeah, absolutely.
His son.
Like honestly, like
His
identical.
son.
Identical.
Yeah. Yeah, identical. Like identical. I told him, I said, you
Yeah.
can't deny that kid even if you wanted to.
Did you got the first picture to pull up, Lena?
I sent it to her email.
Oh, I think she's gonna figure a way. Well, that's not the one I was talking about, is it?
Oh, which one? Yeah, that's the one with his motorcycle.
Oh, that is the one. Yeah, that is the one. Big Vlad, folks. Look at that. Did you, Lena? Isn't that like it took you a minute to think that's Vlad, right?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
That's him.
So young. My goodness.
Yep.
Man.
The
and then if you look in the eyes, that's how I knew.
That's how I know too.
That's how I knew. I didn't know for a second.
Yeah.
Do you got the other picture pulled up? Jericho and him?
That I don't have that one.
Oh, okay.
It's in the box of photos that his sister wanted back.
How old is he in this picture?
He's
you
gone
think?
for 7 days. Huh?
How old is he in this picture, Kitty, you think?
In his 20s.
No, he was in his 30s.
No, he was in the 90s.
90s. Okay. So I guess it is.
I'd say late 20s, if anything, right?
Yeah.
20s.
Because he does look in his 30s, even though he might have looked older.
Because his last race was in 99, so he would have been in early mid 20s.
You guys don't have any footage of his races or any or do you know the name of any of the events? Because you know how the crew is. We could probably dig deep at like any of the events he ever did.
Speedway.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk to you privately. I'll get some dates and numbers, and maybe I could do some research online, do some sleuthing, and see if we could find some old footage of some of those races.
Yeah.
That'd be cool as shit.
I used to have a whole bunch of pictures of him racing, but they all got destroyed.
Damn, he's looking slim and trim right there. I was like, holy shit, that's Vlad. Look at him.
That's him.
But you can see it. You can see it through the eyes, though.
I'll give it to him privately. Jay.
Yeah, you do privately.
This is his
What do you think, Lena? It gave me goosebumps when I saw this picture, just because it took me a minute to think it was him for a minute, and then I looked at the eyes.
He's so young and handsome.
He's always been handsome.
Yeah.
He's
So
handsome.
now I see, like, when he was coming into the gas station, fucking with you, Kitty. Now he's gonna understand, like, he's playing his game, man. Look at him. He's like, yeah, I got my eyes on this one. But damn, he did love that race.
And he wouldn't leave me alone. He just kept coming and coming and coming. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he made that gas station, but yeah, that's just unbelievable to me, Lena. Like, pictures. I've been doing a pic. Have you been watching my picture video things lately, Lena?
Your what?
My new photography videos I've been doing on the channel.
Oh, I hadn't looked, but I did see it up there. Yeah.
You could play one of those. They're pretty cool. A picture like this can remind you of the past. I think, in fact, one of them is labeled. They're really cool if you want to play one. Historical pictures. And I think I want to add that picture into our collection. What's that? Holy crap. That's my bro right there. Look at him.
I just found it on there.
Holy shit. Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
Found that somewhere, I thought. I think Snaps.
Whatever happened to Bones? You know, the
Ask
Bubble brother.
him. He'll tell you.
Whatever happened to Bones? You know, Vlad's bubble brother.
Oh, Bones? He decided to suck nuts with charity fraud, grifting criminal traders. Bones decided to glaze the balls of our Google. And again, Bones is actually really deep in it because he is a truck driver. And these are traders and criminals pulling some very interesting moves around the United States. So Bones was very deeply tied, got exposed, and he disappeared. And your daddy, remember, your Vlad was the one making my thumbnails,
Try to
folks,
infiltrate me.
with me. And so, like, Vlad had the inner
4
troll.
years ago, 3
He
years
did. He knew these were
ago.
fucking
Before
scumbags.
my channel went.
Vlad knew they were all scumbags.
I know.
Rip my brother Vlad. Rip my big Vlad brother. Hey, Lena, can you pull my channel up?
Yeah, hold on.
I will never forget the clip Lena did in her videos, though, where Vlad's like, the rabbit hole goes deep. That clip Lena had, that will stay forever.
Casey's video. Yeah, I know which one. Yeah, I know what video it is. It's
Do you use the video short clip thing in your StreamYards, Lena, or do you even know how to use it?
The what?
There's an option where you could, like, you know how you have clips, like the Vlad clip where it says this rabbit hole's deep, or, you know, just any clips, short clips. There's a space in StreamYard where you could add them.
Yeah.
So where you just click, you know, my smoking chicken pal, where it just shows up randomly.
Yeah.
You can do.
Yeah, there's a thing in there where you could put your own clips, like the Vlad clip or any LCJC clips, and then you just click on it and it pops up.
Damn, it's 2
You're gonna have to show me because I don't know.
Get up.
Yeah, I will. You sound like you're getting a little tired.
Yeah, we got to get to bed.
Who?
It's 2 in the morning.
Oh.
No, I'm pulling this up.
Oh, okay, cool. Honestly, these are beautiful. No, not that one. Can you do the other one? The other one.
What are you
Go to my main channel. I'll show you if you scroll to my videos. I'll show you when you pull up the channel.
Snaps. I sent her another picture to her email.
Okay. She's fucking producing. She's doing it. She's producing.
Yeah.
What's up with the cat, man? The cat looks like it's fucking active and way better than it used to be. Like,
it's fighting us. The cat needs a playmate.
Oh shit, Jack Talcott. You could adopt Jack Talcott's cat.
Yeah.
Wait, is this?
He's in California. Or neutered. He can drive him.
I think it's the one before this, Lena.
Yeah,
but this one's a good one too. But the one I wanted is the one before this. It's the first historical photo one I put up.
Chair, really?
You want to adopt Jack Talcott's cat?
If it's a female and it's spayed.
Should we call him up?
Sure. How are we gonna
wait. If it's a female and it's spayed, you will take the cat.
Yes.
You will be a hero in the community if you save Jack Talcott's cat.
I'll take it. I'm serious. This cat needs a playmate. I've been looking for it.
Lena, did you hear that? We might be saving Talcott's cat.
Oh shoot!
And he's going to Colorado.
I am serious. I'll take the cat.
Then I'm gonna have to add you to Jack Tells. You're gonna have to explain how you saved Jack's cat.
Even if the cat
Okay,
is
keep
not
scrolling down.
If the cat's a female, I'll take her and I'll get her spayed. But it's got to be a female. I only have
It's
female
not-
animals. I have no male animals, no male dogs, no male cats, just females. Because females are
sounding
more
very
protective and
feminist.
aggressive.
Yeah, no
It's
shit.
really
Don't make her
kinda-
mad. She'll bite you.
She's evil.
Give her here.
Keep scrolling down, Lena. Did I not post it?
She's getting fat.
There it is, right there with the woman. The one next to King Dingaling.
Did you just say King Dingaling?
Yeah, did you see King? Lena could press back. She could show you what King Dingaling is. That's a whole different story, dude. You have to get Lena could update you on that one.
Oh, I'm sure.
This is beautiful, by the way. I love this video.
Tarred and feathered.
It's muted. You got it's muted, Lena.
Because I'm tired of these copyright strikes and taking my videos down.
Oh, this won't copyright strike you. This one won't.
That's all
Yeah, time we could see. We don't need to hear it. Unless it tells me.
Oh, okay. Well, the music actually makes it.
This is music. I don't want to get it straight.
Well, then don't play it. We'll just
Wow.
put something else on or talk.
I've seen a lot of
Look at
this in nursing school.
No, this new photo thing, pretty cool.
Mean?
Really? It's not like I just said that.
Oh, my phone's about to die, folks. It's at
You
6%.
better plug it in. You better plug it in.
I don't know.
I know it'll work with a cord because that's what mine's doing right now. Look. It's plugged in and it's working. Plug it in.
Plug it in, plug it in.
That's sick shit, man.
Ah! So, Lena, how are you?
It's crazy shit.
I'm good. Did he leave?
Yeah, he's gone. He left us. Little punk bitch.
Well, oh shoot! Don't call that.
Yeah, he's
I'm not
gone.
a viewer.
I'm now a viewer. Why? You heard what I called you. Get up here. Confront me. You just don't want to come up here because I said that I would save Talcott's cat. I'm being a cupcake biatch. Oh, you're just upset because I said I'd save Jack's cat. I will. I'll take the cat. Call him. She needs a playmate. She's mean. Call him.
These photographs are
Do it.
incredible.
Who's he gonna call?
Jack.
Oh shoot!
And tell him that I'm gonna take his cat if he wants me to, so he has a place to live, so the cat's not homeless. So
She's allowed-
Springfield has a place. So Springfield has a buddy.
Mm.
So Springfield Kitty has a playmate.
That would be nice.
You know this cat. Do you know this? You know Springfield has a $200 litter box.
What?
She's got the robotic litter box that you don't have to touch. She just gets in there, does her business, and it like cycles through.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, then you just empty the box and put a new bag in there.
We're gonna call the other cat Chicago.
No, he already has a name. You don't change it.
Well, these are some old photos, man.
Yeah, they are. So what's up, Snaps? What are you doing?
$18.99. Wow.
Yeah, these are old.
Mm-hmm.
Very old. I mean, these are like really old.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, look at that.
Massive.
Yes. 3,000 construction workers.
Humor. This is supposed to be humor.
That's not humor. That's frightening.
Mm-hmm. Hooverville.
Come on, Snaps.
It's been 2.5 hours and I'm getting tired.
You are tired. I can
Somebody
hear it.
kept up till 4:30 in the morning.
You didn't sleep at all? You should have taken a nap.
No, because I had to be up at 7:30. I had to go to Springfield and I had a lot of stuff to take care of and I still haven't slept. So
You had to go to Springfield. I have a Springfield. She's
Yeah.
mean as hell.
No, I had to go to the city over here. And
Well,
take care
look,
of some stuff and
Snaps should just admit that he loves me and he's in love with me because he got so bent out of shape because I was trying to move forward with my life.
Did you hear that? That's what
I know. I told them, I said, don't be
She
tripping.
thinks
Look.
She wants.
I said, the guy's going to show his real colors before they
She
get
wants
married.
her
They're
some
not going to go
snaps.
through with it. She is too strong-willed of a woman. Just let it play out. And no, that's bullshit. Oh my God. I'm like, she's not going to turn Muslim. Just let it play out. And then he just kept going and going. And I was going, for an hour and a half.
Not all Muslim men are like that. I don't
I
believe that.
agree.
I
Not
just
all
don't.
are, but
No, they're not. I don't believe that they are.
No.
It just so happens that that's what happened in this situation. And yeah.
Well, once they have signs of being controlling, I mean, it gets worse from there.
Yeah. So
I watched that show, Not Without My Daughter.
yeah, no, I've already seen it.
That's
So,
freaky. That's scary.
yeah, it is. It's a scary movie. I've seen it.
Let's go on vacation, and then nobody ever sees you again.
Yeah, so maybe I'll just stay single. It's probably what's gonna happen anyway. I am pretty set in my ways.
Oh, there's somebody out there for you, probably. You're young.
I know. I am young. I'm very young. Yeah. And I'm 42. I mean, I am. I'm very young. So
I'm 48. I don't think that's that.
Snaps, we're ending this. So
I feel like
I have to get up in the morning
48
at
or
6. I have to
42,
go to the doctor and see if they're going to do an MRI on my brain. So
Yeah, it's already 1 o'clock in the morning here.
yeah.
All right, we're going to say goodnight. Kitty, thank you for joining us up here.
All right, good night, everybody.
And Snaps, thanks for coming up here.
Let me know about the cat.
Chad, it was good to see you up here. The
God,
Russian-
I'm so happy you came in. I'm
Yes.
glad you're doing okay.
Yes, and the big stank, thanks for joining us. Wild Country, we love you. And
Who's the big stank?
I don't know. That's what his name is in the chat. The Big Stike.
Oh, okay.
I've seen him before in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
all
it's
right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and we'll just wait for episode 3 or some telephone audios that Snaps is getting.
episode 3 is going to be Snaps telling Jack that I'm going to take the cat.
Oh no, those aren't the Talcott tales. But yeah,
I don't know. He said he's going to call him and tell him.
All right. Well,
Good night.
thank you for joining us, and we'll see you all soon. Stay safe. Take care.
All right.
And we love you all.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
All right. Well, I'm glad that there was a lot, I guess, that was exposed there, and that I feel like that she come to her senses. Thank goodness for her son. I mean, she stood her ground for her children, which I would too. Like, that is wild. And it taught her a lesson. It was a quick lesson that ended quickly, but this guy might be a problem for her because he's very controlling, but maybe he's not because he's a pilot, but we'll just see. She has to block him, and she's got to stand her ground because he could get very dangerous. Anyways, guys, I'm tired, and I got to wake up in the morning in 5 hours. So I'll be back on in no time. Thanks for hanging out, and keep being the change that you want to be, whichever way it may be. Much love and light. Good night.